Please. Elon, please. Is there hope? Could there be hope? It was being real shit, so I wasn't gonna be able to do the podcast with that. This any leak. I did find, okay, look, I did find a little treat. I went up for a little walk. I did find a little snack. I'll show you guys one sec. Do I have a large? I do have... Oh, I forgot this one existed. Alright, you see this? This is called a Timothy. You guys know what Timothy grass is, right? Surely you do. Anyone on YouTube? Yeah, I had to restart. I had to restart because the internet was being fucked. Hopefully it smooths out. It seems to be doing better already, so we'll hope. Alright, so here's what happens. You pull a Timothy, right? You pull the top. This is like the seed part of it, of the grass. And on the very end, there's like a soft bit. And this is what farmers chew on, okay? So whenever you see farmers like chewing on grass, right? It's because like actually it's kind of tasty. It's like a little sweet on the end. And you can kind of break it off. Like if I do this, I'll probably break off the end. But I just drag my teeth on it. And then I have a piece of the end that I'm chewing on. Alright? Timothy. Actually tasty. And yes, I eat it. I didn't get nappy. It's good. I am basically eating grass. That's right. I have a whole yard full of it because I have like a meadow that we used to mow for hay, and then it's just we're just gonna bushwhack it this year. This is what farmers do, man. See the end. The end is actually like really soft. See that? It's hard for you guys to see, but it's like a little small, shaft of grass or blade of grass, whatever you want to call it. And it's really soft. It's really tasty. I love it. I can walk through a whole field and I'll just eat. I'll literally walk through a field and just grab Timothy and like chew on the ends of it. Especially like if it's real bendy. It's real bendy. You see that? Real bendy. That's a good one. It's not a hard like real mature one. You want it to be a little bendy, a little soft, nice and fresh. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I can see why cows like this. Mm-hmm. All right, internet seems to be doing better. Podcast will be starting in about 15 minutes. All right, anyone on YouTube, I hope you guys are still there, some of you. I apologize. We had to do that, though. I got a whole bunch of them. Oops, it kind of hits my mic, though. All right, we'll get rid of that. I don't know if you guys want to see me chewing on grass, but, I mean, there's probably not too many other places on Twitch where you can watch that. I love it. There's something about the taste of it that's just, like, kind of grassy. Mmm. We always have Timothy in like all our seed mixtures because it just grows so well around here. So we have like fields of this stuff. I've been doing this since I could walk, basically. Another one, the good one. Alright, things seem to be a little better. I know some people on YouTube were asking about my fighter build. But yeah, I've been doing halberd and loving it. Halberd and loving it. Alright, things seem to be a little better. A little bit more improved. Jim Halberd, yep. I only got one left. This is a good one, too. Oh, no, it's a little tough. You see that? It's a little tough. It doesn't really bend. I don't know if you can see that. Not much bend there. This is gonna be a bit more bitter than the last ones. Oh, yeah. That one's fucking horrible. It's just like... It's like eating dry hay. Too tough? Yeah, this is an uncommon rarity. Sometimes I will chew on them out of the hay bale and they have like a different taste. When board and sword meta? You move too slow. Maybe in trios. Alright, I should check to make sure all the streams are working good. Restream looks a little fucked, honestly. Okay, there we go. It's good. YouTube hopefully is good. I'll go check it out quickly just to make sure, and then we should be good to start the podcast. Hopefully, I should check to see if they have, if they have, oh shit, it didn't update my, shit. Oh god, 1 second. I have to update, edit. I had to live edit this, 1 sec. One thing I absolutely hate about YouTube, if you start again, it like changes your, it changes your thumbnail, which is very annoying. And it's very difficult to, like, live edit. Anyway, let's see. See if I can do this. Sorry, folks. This has been kind of scuffed so far. There's a guy complaining because it was scuffed last time. Ha! What an idiot. He has never been here before, has he? He's like, why do you gotta do all the preamble stuff for 15 minutes? Like, look, man. Life's busy. I'm not a full-time streamer. Alright. Hopefully that fixed it. Maybe not. Did it work? Whatever. I think it's working. Maybe not. Huh. Alright. I can see myself there for a second. Full-time memer. Yes. Successfully connected. It says it's up, so. Almost as much as your full-time streamer friend Soap this week? Yeah. If they fix clerics being slow, then I wanted shield fighters being slow fixed too. Mm-hmm. Yep, I would just love them for some time, someday to add a way for fighter to be a good 1v1 class. A good 1v1 class. Seems like it's just PDR, it's just Slayer Fighter that gets that, right? And I think Slayer Fighter just gets absolutely demolished by Cleric right now. Just smacked around. Like, what are you gonna do? Walk in and hit him with your falchion? And then take a judgment in the face? Like, Jesus. Half your HP and a slow? Better? Yeah, it's much better. Yeah, should be a little better now. We should be good. It seems to be acting more normal, at least. So, we can probably send it. It's our time to shine, Nomax, like the resident Cleric player who just sits here and watches me shit on them for hours. 1 second, I gotta change my mic a bit. It's not too loud. How does the mic sound for you guys? I've done a little bit of changes to it. Maybe that's too quiet. 1 sec. That could be too loud. We'll go there. What was nerfed? The armor? Yeah, basically just the armor. So armor rating after 200 is nerfed. So usually I build like 50% PDR on most of my kits, especially if I'm doing trios, and that's just gotten a little bit harder now. And if you're doing like up to 40, I think it's like up to 40%. I can show you guys again. It doesn't take that long to get to 40%. Yeah, basically anything after this, it's a little bit harder. 33% damage nerf for Clerics, dead class, yep. 5% on the old Morning Stars. So basically the curve has changed so that it's more restrictive after 200 armor rating. Don't forget, I literally had to take a perk to get to this point. So, like, I need to have this in there, or else it's real bad. Like, it's really bad without defense mastery. Crazy, crazy bad. Like, you're not light, so you're kind of, like, I'm wearing copper, so that's a little bit lighter, I guess, but if you're doing, like, an actual normal setup, I mean, 35% is nothing to be moving at 283 move speed. So, obviously, you need, like, move speed boots, like, really good ones, 290. Still not great. Like, this isn't gonna change much. Like, I mean, 290 move speed in solos is just, like, I don't think you should do that. It's not letting me take off my Crusader helm. Thanks, game. So, yeah. It just seems really difficult to build a solo fighter now. Sure, you can build it for trios. I mean, 3%, like someone suggested earlier, wasn't a lot. It just makes it a little frustrating. A little more frustrating. The numbers just don't look quite as nice. Yep. Unfortunate. And also, don't forget, Magic Pen exists, so Magic Pen basically makes fighter a little bit in a sadder state. Even building all this PDR, which is now, like, slightly more difficult, you still don't have MDR, so any that you do have is just going to be armor penned away. I think I am using Yeah, I was using this skin for a while as well, because, like, you basically need it. So, like, this skin is, like, is honestly the strongest thing possible on fighter class. Yeah. So, this is crazy. Yeah, like, I need this for most of the builds I'm trying to do. I honestly, yeah, lycan. I might use lycan tonight, actually. Yeah, we will. We'll use the lycan, man. Here. There we go. I tried to experiment with some builds for lycan, and I can't think of a way to make it possible. I might be able to do, like, a halberd build with, like, high fizz power, but, like... even just, like, the 4 vigor is fine, sure. Yeah, like, I'm gonna get 4 vigor. But, I mean, like, this helmet, for example, I'm getting dex, agi, fizz power, and armor rating for, like, 80 gold. Maybe this is, like, 150 gold. It makes so much difference. Like, strength, fizz power, like, anything I want to build, I need the extra stats on the helmet. Not to mention it has, like, some of the highest armor rating. 35 armor rating on a -7 move speed is great. You know, that's equal to your pants. Equal to your pants. It's very, very good. Not to mention headshot reduction. You know, it's a shame that they can't, like, find a way to make helmets actually work. It's cool as fuck. Like, I like it a lot. I liken it a lot. But, it feels a little scuffed. Not to mention, like, most of these helmets, the move speed penalties now also get hit. So they're even better than they used to be. Where before, like, if you were using lycan, you were moving, like, potentially, like, 12 move speed faster than a guy with, like, a top helm on, or I think it was, like, 12 or whatever. My weapons get bigger. Let's see. Right. Right. My weapons do change size. What the heck? They're massive. What's going on here? Look at the image I sent in Discord. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. What is this guy? 1 second. Oh my, well, look at this with chat. 1 sec. That is a bit silly. Holy, okay. I gotta make sure that I have all the podcast stuff ready to go as well. Just a sec. Oh my. When was it? Look at this, guys. 1 sec. Can I get it to work? Come on. Look how much bigger the crossbow is compared to, like, look at the crossbow down here compared to the other crossbow up here. Weird. That's really weird. It's probably blurry as fuck, you guys, but you get the picture. You know? Like, his head is like a foot shorter. +4 vigor expo, yeah. How do I full screen this shit? Anyway, these are the comments by STF. They're in the Discord as well. If you guys want them. They're in there as well. I didn't get all of them. He talked a lot more, but they're there. Crazy. That's totally crazy. It's because your head hitbox is so weird. The amount of times I've been, like, clipped in the nose by stuff because you're leaning so much forward. It may not seem like a lot, but when you're trying to, like, get away from a Zweihander or something and it clips you in the nose because your head hitbox is so far forward, like, it's quite substantial. You know? Quite substantial. Was Spun Hunter right about Soapy's laugh? Is there something else more accurately represents the sound? Now, we've already got our podcast episode submitted. It was graciously submitted by someone in the community a little while ago. It'll be interesting to talk about because I feel like we're asking the perfect guy the question that my community is curious about. You guys can go in the Discord and see what the question is if you're that eager, but it's gonna be up in a second. I'm gonna join Discord with these guys. Wait, we're not using elf skin. Fuck that. Little bitch boy. Okay. Let's see if I got the topics thing right. One sec. I gotta check to make sure that they're, oh god. I might have, changed something here. Did we got them all updated? No. Shit. Player retention. Where are we at here? Episode template. Oh no, Ryan. Oh no. I'm in view only, I can't edit it. Fuck. Ryan, save us. Ryan, you have to save us. Please. No. Wilson hates chat, so you can forget about it. Ah. Come on, guys. I mean, I could start doing that if you want. Like, go live. I know Soapy does it that way. I just thought it'd be cool to have, like, people suggest things in the Discord, then, like, if there's 3 or 4 good suggestions, we can kind of, like, go about them. But honestly, I'm gonna be honest, not a lot of people have been suggesting stuff in the Discord, so I really don't mind switching it to a different way. Because, you guys are definitely more eager and active here, so... Then again, I don't want to, like, completely exclude people that don't always, or are not, like, you know, not always able to view live. You're totally kidding? Alright. I was about to ban you, so that's good. Thank God. All this cleric propaganda and trying to change my whole routine, I couldn't handle it. I was about to go mad. Alright. I'm not kidding, ask it. Listen here, you little shit. You know what? I'm gonna chew on my Timothy and ignore you. Ignore you all. I wonder if anyone's on YouTube. YouTube was bumping and then, shit kinda hit the fan. Literally hit the fan. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's 7 people there. Alright, cool. Welcome everybody. It's working. I wish for whatever reason, I wish like, I don't understand why it scuffs the thumbnail, because... Yeah, it's got the thumbnail so scuffed. I don't get it. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Alright, so we might have to message Ryan. My question is, there a set... Oh shit, I don't want to read off Ryan's questions. I almost did. I almost leaked. I'm asking Ryan to please, like, recover the shared document. For whatever reason, I've lost, like, privileges. I must be on a different account or something. I used to be able to live edit it as well. But now I've just, like, been unable to. So I feel really useless. Like Ryan's doing all the editing. Okay, yeah, he's got it all. He's all got it all figured out. Alright. Perfect. What a guy. Just like that. Gets it all figured out. How nice of him. Alright. Hopefully we do a call here soon, and then we'll get into the podcast. We got some good episodes this week. I think we will start maybe with the patch a little bit, so that's good. That's good. Honestly, though, I do have to just, like, double check. I might have to recapture my chat for YouTube, because every time I go live over there, I have to recapture. I might have... Wait. Ah, yeah, see, I could not see your guys' chats. Alright. Fucking YouTube, man. Why does it have to be so cluttered when it comes to this? Alright, 1 second. I will save you all. I will bring you back into this. I knew something was wrong. It said I'd reconnected, but it hadn't. There we go. Jared, Dilmo, Guts, and Ollie. All of you guys are there. Damn. Sorry I missed those messages. Alright, we're back though. Just in time, just in time. I won't miss them now. Okay, we're gonna turn off the on-screen chat, because that's where the topics are gonna go. And then we'll pick it up after. Hello, hello. I agree, NA League. Please fuck off. I'm in here, but they're still connecting. It's a little awkward for me.
Hello, hello.
Howdy.
Hey, Wilson, how's it going, man?
Good? You good?
Good,
Hello,
good.
hello.
Surviving.
Surviving?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I'm chewing on some grass right now.
Oh, no way.
The best kind of grass.
Oh, wait, no way.
Yeah, man.
The
Timothy.
good grass.
Yeah. You ever chewing a good old piece of Timothy from a hayfield? Come on.
Is that actually a grass name?
Yeah, it is.
Timothy?
Timothy, yep. I showed Chad earlier, you can like pull out the tops and like chew on the soft little bits of the stem. What did you think I was chewing on, Ryan?
I don't know, man. I thought it was that good grass. That sounds like some good grass, though. I was like, wow, this guy's taking edibles to a whole new level. He's going straight to the source.
Fucking lycan man going hard. Oh shit.
See, that's crazy. He's chewing on Timmy's in game, and then he's chewing on grass as well.
God,
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
They can't get away. Anyway, I've kind of exhausted my resource of grass here, but pretty tasty.
Dude, yeah. Okay, so Ryan, we figured this out. The weapons on Lycan are just huge. You see how big our weapons are?
Dude, wait, yeah. Why is I saw your screenshot? That is insane.
Those are
It's a little
full
silly.
mass.
Like, my halberd's like 12 feet long, at least. Like, look at that. If this is
Goes
like a
off the
5,
screen.
you know, if it's like a 6-foot lycan, that thing's
Wait,
gotta be
yeah,
like 12
it is
feet.
Your longbow is massive, bro.
Wonder what other weapons I could throw on that would look just completely ridiculous. These are pretty good. Oh, we're all gonna be lycans. Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, is your shield bigger?
It looks
Actually
pretty
don't
huge.
know.
Maybe not.
I don't know if it changed the hitbox though or not, but
Let's see,
God,
what else
that
can I get?
frost skin is so fucking ugly. Like the
Gross.
little comb over is crazy. That's crazy.
Just see something here. Curious. Oh, 1 second. I want to see what the warmaul looks like. Oh gosh, it's a stubby little stick on the end. Jeez. All right, episode 7. So,
Mhm.
are we talking about the patch first? Like, is that gonna be like our group discussion for like 2 seconds because there's like literally one thing in it?
Yeah, after we roll the intro, if you just
All right,
want to
perfect. Yeah, yeah.
quickly go through it.
I feel like there's lots of people interested in patch conversations. Huh. It is 3 after. I don't know if we want to start.
Yep, I'm not
I'm ready.
rolling anything, so it's on you guys whenever you want to
all
go.
right, Ryan.
Oh, give us a countdown, Wilson.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty.
What is
make it
going
back
on, gamers?
Safe and
Oh,
sound.
hello.
Episode 7. Kind of crazy.
Already.
You know, who knows? But this one is an interesting one. We did get a patch today, which we probably will start with. Just one sec.
Before we get into the patch, are you guys at like 0 gear score, like under 25?
Yep.
Like I'll gear.
I
down.
am, yep.
Yeah, if you both are, I'll get down.
Yeah. Well, there was a patch. It wasn't. My first impression of the patch was like, that's it. I mean, we got rats that can now squeak, which is nice. And I feel like quality of life things really. What did you guys notice anything? I mean, the big topic everyone wants to talk about is like, where's Cleric nerf, basically. And the only thing we really saw was the blunt weapon mastery change to 10% instead of 5%, 15%. And that was about it. I can't think of anything else substantial.
Yeah, the blunt weapon mastery one seems to be kind of weird too, because I don't think anybody had an issue with how much like physical damage the cleric was doing. Like obviously they're two tapping people maybe more frequently than they should or whatever. But I don't know if it was like it more so has to do with like the faithfulness and smite stuff. So I don't know if that was just them as like their way of like just doing something for now.
Yeah, I kind of got that feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, you look at what SDF was saying, and it, which I don't know if you want to jump right into that, but it did sound like they didn't quite know what they wanted to do with it. With the current cleric festival that's being held.
That's his words. Cleric festival. Ryan, did you see some of those comments? It was.
Oh, you're lagging a tiny bit, Wilson, but I think I heard your question.
No.
But I'm still in the boat that there's gotta be some adjustments made that aren't centered around the cleric. So like either like new skills be introduced or a change to existing skills that kind of help deal with the full on, you have to commit to this fight if a cleric's on you. Because that's what makes it broken, right? They close the gap and they win the trade almost no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, I saw a good quote, it's kind of like shotguns. Like it's really hard to balance shotguns in a game because they always teeter on being extremely broken or completely useless. And we kind of saw it with the cleric. Like cleric in solos was for a long time extremely useless because they can't really do anything. They're slow. Even in melee trades, they'd often lose that because either you self-peel you and you just like close the door on them, or in this case now they just win every single trade and they can close all the gaps and tank any range damage that pushes them off. So it's a weird spot for clerics, and I'm hoping that they bring up some of the other classes to that level and not necessarily nerf the cleric down.
Okay.
Yeah, they did say they're really struggling with like not wanting to rein it back in, because like the original idea was we want cleric to 1v1, or at least have the opportunity to be like a good 1v1 class, So they added faithfulness, which is obviously huge at doing that. But now they're like, we don't want to take that away from them, but what else can we do? Like they literally said the easy thing would be just to like nerf, like real hard nerf faithfulness. So it's like, but how long do you go waiting to do that? And the issue is, like, SDF basically said him and Terrence are the ones that handle all the balancing. So it really slows the process down. Like they're hoping to test it this week and have like update for next week, kind of thing. So yeah, I agree with Super. They said like that 5% blunt weapon mastery change was just kind of like well shit, everyone wants something, we need something to change, or at least like say we did something. But
yeah,
like I was kind of shocked not to see a bit more. And I do agree, like let's bring other classes up, but I don't know how you like on-hit slows are so strong. On-hit slows are just so strong no matter what it is. Like Achilles Strike's one of the best skills in the game because it slows you when you hit them.
Yeah.
And it's a perk on Cleric. So I just think overall, like the power level of that is like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
So.
The one thing I have to say though, and like again, maybe I'm not looking at this the right way, but I never really felt like Cleric was that bad. So
No.
like I'm gonna get some flack for that, but
well, even
like,
yeah,
but whenever like I kill like a guy and then like his cleric teammate is last, or I kill two and the cleric's the last, like that was like pretty consistently the hardest guy to kill. And like what they'll say, is like, okay, just run away. But it's like
closed doors,
like,
you know. Yeah,
you know, it should never be like as a DPS class, right? It should never, like, I'm not just saying ranger, I'm saying other classes too. It should never be your goal to not fight is how you win, because not fighting is not winning.
well,
Like you could say that, you know, if you run and don't die, that's a win, sure. But it's like in this game, like if you run, there's mobs, there's closed doors, there's another player you can run into.
I always find that like hilarious, and people say that, and then you go into a solo Goblin Cave match, or even Frost, whatever, Ice Abyss, whatever it is, and if you're just getting chased around from module to module, you're running into another player who's just gonna stab you in the back like a rogue, or whatever. So it's like you will lose, whether you're losing to the cleric or you're losing to the guy in the next module. Like running endlessly just doesn't make sense to me. I don't get that. It's like, you know, I understand there's like a bit of like matchups that are bad, and like maybe you shouldn't take fights against certain classes, whatever. But right now, it's like no one fights cleric. Just don't do it.
Yeah, on equal terms. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyway, it's a bit rough. I was hoping for more, but I am at least. I mean, they kind of did it in a weird way. Like they went into Jay's chat and kind of explained why they didn't do it. I felt like some of that could have been explained in like the patch notes, because there's a horde of people really mad. Like they were hoping today was the day that they got cleric changed. A lot of people, you know. And if you're not like someone like us connected or whatever, watching podcasts, like looking at our streamers' chat, you have no idea what's going on or why it hasn't been changed. So
that's true.
The only thing I find weird as well is like they'll say that they want the cleric to be like a better 1v1 class, but then in like trios, like the sank just heals every mistake too. Because like, and again in video games, right, in most class-based game where they have like a healer, like a Mercy from Overwatch or whatever, she's helpless on her own, right? Like maybe she could take out her pistol and maybe own like one guy. Like that's the problem. If you make cleric also this 1v1 tank god, like it's if they get into the back line where that's how you should play against a healer composition. It's not like you've succeeded, because now you have to 1v1 one of the strongest 1v1 classes who's also a support class. It's just like, what is the weakness? You can say ranged, but then, you know, especially in like trios right now, like range damage in trios isn't really anything special.
Yeah.
So
it was it's kind of, honestly, before Faithfulness, I wanted to see like healing changes across the board anyway. So, you know, I'm just, oh my god, that poor man. These guys are struggling in here. Oh no.
Oh Jesus.
Oh no. Anyway, I thought healing across the board was a little bit oppressive and like fixes mistakes too easily, but I mean they have hurt like warlocks and some of their healing a bit, and like removed to make it a little bit more of a risk. But cleric's healing hasn't been touched in forever. And magical healing gear, you just buy it, you stack it, you sanctuary your whole team. Like there's more than just faithfulness that I'm just like, I would prefer to see the meta change a bit rather than just having heals on protection, like whatever. So
yeah,
they really need to take more advantage of their like recoverable health system, I think. Like there's so many options. I know what
you're gonna say, but...
Yeah, to make it so like some cleric spells, or even all cleric spells, can only heal recoverable health. I think that would be huge in terms of balancing. Like
I suggested that, and every cleric in my chat like had a panic attack. So,
oh no. Yeah.
I just fuck. I gotta be honest. I think that is a little heavy-handed. I think that one might be a little heavy-handed. But like, what if it was like half and half? You know, half for. I don't know if that would like register to gameplay good or whatever. But like,
I just want there to be like a feeling of like a little bit more panic when you have a good trio. Like some trios are running like double cleric or whatever with the bard.
Yeah, double cleric bard.
Yeah, like I just want there to be a little more like that feeling of like, oh god, we made some mistakes, like we're in a bad spot. But a lot of times, the answer every time is just like, get to a door, sanctuary. It's like, get to a door, sanctuary. It's just like, it's such an easy play that I'm so tired of seeing. But anyway, I don't play a lot of trios, right? But whenever I do, it seems like, oh, they have an easy out. You know, we just gotta go sanctuary around the corner. And that's the cleric's job to do that. I would love cleric to have more options rather than just that. But anyway. That is the way to play right now, so.
Yeah, the thing I like too is like in a fight, you know, when a cleric hits like their lesser heal or whatever, they have to aim that, and I think that has like, you know, because if they miss, also they might heal the enemy, right? Like I think that's cool, and I understand the same type of thing applies with like sanctuary. If you pop it in a group of your, you know, of enemies, it could also heal them too. But I don't know, I feel like there's no real skill required with that, so I'm not sure.
It's high skill ceiling. Come on now.
Yeah.
High skill ceiling there. Oh.
Yeah, very high skill ceiling.
No, because clerics, like, I don't want to sit here and hate on clerics relentlessly, but I'm not a cleric player, so, like, it's probably different looking at it from the other side, and you probably feel cumbersome and slow and all these things, and, like, but the power they have is not, like, I don't think is that debatable. Like, it's just, they're very, very powerful, so. Other classes wish they were that strong and that influential in team fights. So.
Yeah.
And that is what it is. So we'll see. I guess next week will be the big week where we know like what SDF, is that what I just said? SDF and Terrence come up with to like make Faithfulness fit in, because like Soapy said, he straight up called it a cleric festival right now.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't shy away from the fact that he also thinks it is a little crazy, which is just wild. It's just wild. Anyway, we can move on.
That wasn't even our topics, dude.
No.
We're just going off on these fucking clerics. Honestly, if you play clerics, fuck you. You know what I mean? Fuck you.
Yeah. Honestly. Honestly, yeah.
All right. Should we hop into the first one?
I honestly don't think there was much in there. Yeah, it was very minor.
Yeah.
Very minor.
All right.
That was the bulk of it.
All right. So my first one is one that I've been, I wouldn't say like struggling would be the right word, but like a little sad, because like towards the end of the last wipe, I was playing so much ice caves, like so much high roller ice caves, and I thought that the pile like really made players move around, and there was incentives to, you know, getting map control or whatever, right? But now I don't know if I'm alone on this. Whenever I bring it up in chat, it seems like people agree in my chat, but I'm not sure if it's like that, you know, in all areas of the game or whatever. But it just feels like there's not many incentives to playing ice caves and going down to ice abyss unless you're questing or you have a community of people doing the fucking wyvern. So do you guys think there's enough incentives? Are you guys enjoying ice caves? And then what incentives would you like to see, I guess?
Huh.
Dang. Oh yeah, well, I do agree with your sentiment on last swipe ice caves. Awesome. Gold pile PoE or point of interest, or POI, great. And yeah, you know, wyvern is definitely the streamer boss. Anyone who's playing the game casually and not like behind a huge community, they don't really have a chance taking on the wyvern. Unfortunately, it's just so hard to Q snipe.
Yeah.
But I think what they need to do is they need to either make the wyvern accessible to 3 players or make it so there is a separate boss that drops like equivalent loot for 3 players. It's a cool idea that they did 4 players. I think with their general idea was like, yeah, this is gonna be like the big group map. People are gonna like queue to this map specifically in trios and be like a great brawl. You know, they can deceive players, but that's just not the you know, it's not the crowd.
No.
The game is not designed for that.
Especially with like the questing, forcing you to kill it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like
question.
It's just like that kind of drives me nuts, honestly. I remember saying this on like the other podcast with Jay and them. Like, I don't mind quests as long as they don't like completely block my path to crafting, which this one doesn't, I don't think. But it's still a little disheartening to know that I'll probably never do that quest. It's just not going to get done. I'm not going there because I'm assuming 80% of the player base is probably in the same boat.
Oh, more.
Yeah.
More.
95%, yeah. Whatever it is.
Because Because what? Are you talking about the amount of people that would do Wyvern to begin
Yeah.
with?
Yeah, probably. I guess you're probably
Dude,
thinking
99.5%, maybe. Maybe I'm
1%.
exaggerating.
Okay.
I don't know.
Holy
But
shit! Yeah, you're probably right.
there's no way, bro. The only people who would do Wyvern, unless I'm just
Thank you,
stupid,
Muggin.
would be people
My
who
fault.
are watching a streamer do a community event and want to get involved. Like how do if
Yep.
you're not involved in a community, you do not ever interact with that.
Mm-hmm.
Is
I think
it?
there's a few good trios like trying it, I guess, and like maybe recruiting a guy. I think there's been a few, but nothing like these are like experienced players that are doing that. So yeah, you're probably right. But
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
my experience with ice caves has been they put the quest where you have to extract, and it's like I just run to the boat and extract.
mhm.
Like I spend it tops like 11:30. The first boat shows up, so 11 minutes 30 seconds left in the raid. You can get out of there.
Yeah.
Like that's been the extent of my journey through. I don't know what they changed. I agree with you guys. I really enjoyed it before. I felt like there's a reason to stick around in that map other than Ice Abyss, which doesn't really have a point like really right now. So I'm not sure how they're
You
gonna
know
do it. It worries me because when you think there could be 3 layers to that map, so like if you play the first layer, what's the incentive to go to the second? Very
Yeah.
little.
That's
And
true.
then it's like,
yeah.
okay, am I gonna stick around all the way to the bottom of this shithole? Probably not. Anyway, that's what worries me the most about it. They need to maybe make each layer have its own like thing. Like, I don't know.
I think for like a short, immediate fix, like I think we can just bring back the pile in there. I do not think it's that bad if like there's a pile at the dragon and a pile at that. It's like no one's even fucking doing the damn dragon. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you ever ask like even a Twitch chat, right? Like a Twitch chat like contains probably better or at least more experienced players on average than like what exists in the game, right? They care enough to watch a stream, right? So, and if you ask a chat, they'll say that like maybe like 1 in 5 have killed like a high roller boss, right? Like it's pretty rare.
true.
Maybe it's like 2 in 5. I forget what it is. But then if you factor that into, you have to go down into Ice Abyss, do all that. It's just no one's doing the dragon. No one's doing the dragon. But I can kill some.
Yeah, I like your idea. I have the horde back.
This guy's
Dude.
shield's going crazy.
Either
It's
horde
fine,
or they could give it the rusty old key treatment. Like
Yeah.
runes when it had the worm, and it had such a small chance of dropping that rusty old key, but just for that chance, that was like the PvP hotspot.
Mhm.
Like if you people like
I love that era,
0.1%
honestly.
chance, yeah, even just like a gold key.
I
There's
loved
like
it.
what? There's one skelly champ on ice caverns that no one ever kills. Just like put 2 yetis in the middle, make it so yetis could drop a I don't know, gold key or rusty old key.
Yeah, dude, fuck it. Or even do like what's in Inferno here. You know what I mean? The chance of there being like a pedestal with a skull key. Super,
do you know
super low
You know what it
chance.
really needs? A worm right in the center of the map. Just
Oh.
like runes.
Like
Or a golem.
giant worm, though.
A golem, they're so exciting,
Oh,
honestly.
shit.
I remember killing worm trying to get a key to drop. That was good times.
Yeah, there needs to be more POIs on ice caves. And then there has to be more of a reason to go into Abyss other than you're in a streamer's chat.
Yeah.
And community event.
Maybe,
I don't know.
maybe
Okay,
soon.
so, is there like actually that good of loot in the Abyss, or not?
Same as Inferno, really, but the chests are harder to get to because the mobs are like.
His fucking body's blue. Wait, what happened?
Oh no.
Wait,
Elon. Blame Elon.
Elon.
Elon took
Wait,
me
what
out.
happened though?
I just lagged out and then he death orbed me.
Oh.
Oh,
Your
yeah, I didn't
body
know.
Flew across the screen.
It's just like periodically my connection just disappears, so it's kind of trash, but we'll get through it. We'll survive. Anyway, I can say I probably won't play my Frost map until it changes.
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, I'm really big on like level design and like players getting incentives for going to like certain parts of the map. Like POIs, especially if there's no circle, and it's just I can tank this probably. Oh, nice.
I'm here.
Well, have we covered it?
We'll move on.
Next
Cross
topic?
Abyss, because like would Cross Abyss be like your most played other than Howling Crypts? Because you would be playing Goblin Caves, right?
For me, like last wipe, I actually think I played more Ice Caves than Crypt, which I can't believe. Yeah, I definitely did.
All right.
Dude, even with the rat meta,
Oh yeah, like this wipe, it's Crypt. Like this wipe, it's
okay.
Crypt. You know, but just last wipe, you know, before Druid, before 1v3s were back. So I was doing High Roller 1v2s in Ice Cave.
Yeah, it would be really
fun.
nice to see like that with a Horde and with Yeti, because I feel like Yeti's way more of a problem than Wendigo.
Oh
So
yeah.
it could be a lot more exciting at least to. Like I'm trying to picture High Roller Yeti like just flying around hordes and stuff. It'd be kind of cool. But anyway, maybe we'll change some things soon. I'll move on if you guys are ready for it.
Yep.
So this is my topic, and this kind of ties into some of what we were talking about earlier with Cleric, but I don't know about you guys, but like the best beginner class, like what class would you guys recommend people? I know like everyone I see on, like if I'm watching like Jay or Ken or Sobad, doesn't matter who it is, everyone says fighter class. Everybody. Like everyone just says fighter is the class you should play first. And I don't really understand like perfectly why. But I'll let you guys, like, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I would also say that it's fighter just because he has like the most amount of options. And like he has a heal and he has a sprint. A sprint is like probably the most commonly understood ability. Like in holy shit, this loot's crazy. Holy. Yeah, like sprint is like just like a universally understood ability. You know, the second wind is just it's a heal, right? And then he has a mixture of melee and range damage. He can use most of the items that you pick up too. So like when you start as a class, I think probably one of the worst experiences that somebody could have is if they just spawn in and they just can't use any item that they keep looting. So like let's say they play wizard, you know, first, they're gonna have a hard time maybe equipping items than somebody else would, than a fighter would. So that's why I would say.
You agree, Ryan? You think fighter?
I am also in the boat of fighter. Whenever people like comment on my videos and ask like, "Yo, what should I start?" I just picked up the game. I always say fighter because yeah, it is. In terms of mechanics, it's very straightforward. I think Soapy brings up a good point on gear too. But in terms of mechanics, you know, you don't have a spell wheel, you don't have song buffs. You have 2 skills, which it defaults. So it's one of the few classes that like defaults your skills on like the meta skills. You have sprint and second wind, right? And it selects those for you. And I think in terms of understanding the attributes in the game, it's nice too because it starts you at 15 base each. So you can be like, okay, this is baseline attributes, things that I build.
Oh yeah,
like,
true.
Specifically on this, like through gear, it'll always be additive. Like I'll never be in the negative. So I think that's like a good spot for understanding how things work. But yeah, I think what Soapy said about weapons as well. Like, you know, you're a martial class, you're only dealing one type of damage, and you could use any weapon to do that, like one type of damage, physical damage.
Yeah, most importantly too, lowest skill floor, lowest skill ceiling, any shitter can play that class.
Completely shit class. Yeah, fighters are so disrespected, it's crazy. Anyway, I agree with everything you guys are saying, but there is a part of me that like wonders like with fighter. I feel like fighters in like kind of a bad spot in general, in terms of like how effective you can be on fighter. Doesn't matter like what you're playing. Like, there's probably a class that has a weapon that like a better. If you have a weapon on fighter, there's a class that can use that weapon better, other than longsword. So, it's like unless you're really in love with longsword, where do you progress on fighter? You just switch classes. So that's what I always find interesting. It's like it's a good beginner class, but then it's like, would you recommend a class for someone that they're just gonna like leave because it's not very good? So it's like, wouldn't you want to play Cleric, or, you know, maybe you learn the maps and, like, extract safely a few times on Rogue, right? Anyway, I find it interesting because I really feel like sometimes Fighter's just like a big time, like, Timmy trap. Like, oh yeah, just go in there and learn the game. Basically, just go in there and just, like, repeatedly suck, and not really learn anything about any of the mechanics because you're just, like, you're playing the safest class, you know?
Yeah, it does have like a pretty hard power cap.
I feel like you could, like, if you were a real ballsy fella, you wouldn't be picking Fighter as your beginner class. You'd be like, I'm gonna learn about, like, I mean, all you learn about melee combat on Fighter is just, like, face hug people with Slayer. And then if you're gonna play bow guy, you should probably just play Ranger. So, anyway, that's just my point. I just feel like it's kind of funny to hear, like, everyone talk about, like, the beginner class. All great points. I fully agree. You can learn a lot in that class. But what I think will happen to most of them is just, like, they're probably not going to play fighter class for very long once they start realizing the power levels of other classes. And, like, what you can really do on other these classes, like, it's kind of boring. Like, fighter is just kind of boring, so.
Yeah.
So what class would you recommend for new players to play?
Like, honestly, I think Cleric's just, like, such... I remember one of my first ever videos was on Cleric and Goblin Caves because you have protection from evil, and the one that reduces all your damage by 3. So all the poison damage in Goblin Caves was just, like, super negated because debuff duration was only 50%, right? And you have heals, you can learn about spells, but you can also just go full melee Cleric if you want, with Smite and Judgment. And then, like, you kind of have, like, a melee class figured out. But, yeah, that was always mine. But I understand the fighter concept. I just feel like fighters... I see a fighter with, like, base kit on, and I'm just expecting them to die to the first thing they see, because they're just, like, very, very new. But
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it's not such a bad one for, like, temporary, but we'll see.
I have a quick follow-up then before we close out of this topic. What is the worst class that a beginner should start on? Like, what do you think is like the most?
Probably Wizard, right?
Wizard?
Yeah. Super amount, a lot of risk, but like, I feel like if you're gonna learn about spells and stuff, you can just do that on Cleric and be a lot safer. Or maybe even Warlock. I don't know, you can go like melee Warlock if you want to.
Yeah, I think it would have to be probably Wizard, because even if you say, like, you know, I think there's some classes that do suck solo, or like, sorry, like, are like harder to play for your new player and it's solo. Like, you know, a first-time Ranger Timmy is probably like one of the easiest kills to get in the game, but you throw that Ranger Timmy in a trio or a duo, he does pretty good. You throw a Timmy Wizard into a trio, he just kills his whole fucking team.
Yeah,
like,
he fireballs his buddy in the back.
Just kills everybody. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like you have to give it to Wizard. Like, you have.
I'd also think, like, Bard would be pretty complex.
Yeah.
Like, Bard would be kind of complex for, like, a person just, like... And I feel like Bard's so unique in what it does. It's a little strange to, like, pick up Bard and be like, damn, okay, this is dark and darker. It's a weird setup. Man, Ryan's got some nice stuff. Jesus.
You see that? Is that a legendary necklace?
Yeah, gem.
On the flip side, I could also see Barbarian being a decent first-timer class.
Yep.
Like, you know, you just pull W. Actually, I've seen a lot of new players play as Barbs.
That's what I mean. It's like, fighter, like, I mean, if you want to, like, if you want to do well and win, I feel like if you want to do, like, a melee class and win, you play Barbarian. If you want to do a range class and win, you play Ranger. If you want to do a Wizard or any spellcasting class and win, you play Cleric or Warlock, or maybe even Druid. I just feel like fighters just, like, you're setting them up for, like, pain and suffering. That's the only thing. It's like, are these guys going to stick on fighter class? Probably not. Is that a good thing? I don't really know. Like, should the class be more exciting, or should it just be like a new player class? I've had people argue before that's like, oh, fighter's meant to be that way, just like kind of whatever, and just a stat class where you basically just put on stats and then that's how you win. It's like, it feels like a kind of a poor way to, like, think of a class, because it's just like, you're basically just assuming that class is just going to be very boring and it's only going to be played by new players. It's like, okay, so what's the point? But anyway, I had that conversation today with a few people, and it was, like, kind of odd to me that they would see it as like, well, that's fine, it's supposed to be the boring class. Like, I don't really get that opinion, but
Damn, they're kind of
Honestly,
just calling you boring, bro. They're just
Honestly,
like,
100%.
just
Yeah,
play your
boring, low skill.
shitty class.
I just been taking like blows every time I go in Troubadour chat from everybody. It's just like Jesus Christ. Everyone's just so much better with their fucking face hug clerics. You know,
Yeah.
there's better gamers. I don't get it.
I will say though that if they somehow fix the shield mechanics, like so you can't
Yeah.
like attack past the shield, I think that's when the fighter, like its upper ceiling in terms
Yeah.
of like effectiveness, will like skyrocket.
Yeah,
Because it's
if
such
I
like a
was-
shield focused class, right?
I'm trying to think if I was like a new player now, like if I was just picking up Dark and Darker for the first time, and I saw Fighter and I was playing it, and then I tried to block, and I was just getting hit around by just my ass kicked repeatedly.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't play, because you start with that shit ass armor sword and a round shield, like the most dog shit 2 weapons in the game right now.
Okay, I can actually, from memory, I can remember there's been at least 2 people that I've tuned in that are like, you know, big streamers that like come check out the game. And even though technically it's like them fucking up the block, like, you know, they let the guy get too close or whatever, they always say, man, what's even the point of blocking in this game?
Yeah.
A new player thinks just right from the get-go, shields are dog shit. Right from the get-go.
And that's the class we're recommending to everybody. Crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just go in there and get slaughtered. You'll figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, some.
My first
the
class
map
was
we were talking
Barbarian.
about.
My first class was Barb.
Like first class you played?
Yep, Barbarian and then Rogue. And then I thought Ranger was overpowered, so I played Fighter.
Yeah.
But I guess I want to use bows. Yep.
Yeah, Ranger was fucking busted. Holy shit.
Anyway, that sums it up. I mean, I don't think I've convinced anyone that Fighter's not the best beginner class, but hopefully, hopefully, new Timmies out there like just end the suffering and go to a different class. Honestly.
All right. So my question. This one is, we kind of touched on it earlier, but I'll expand this to solos, duos, and trios. I feel like I ask this every like 3 weeks, but is there a set class meta, and is it being addressed? We'll start with solos. Is there a set class meta in solos? Is there one class right now that no matter how you play it, it comes out winning in any matchup?
There's kind of 2 in Souls. I've been playing a lot of Goblin Caves, and it's rogues and clerics. Like, if you're not getting like at least 2 or 3 rogues and clerics, like of each in each lobby, it's kind of a surprise. Like, you know, you get the odd like Copper Barbarian or like Copper Bard, which can be very scary. But like everyone's just full sending cleric and rogue. Rogue's just like the potential to like be successful on rogue is like no other class, and all it takes is like patience and no balls. So you just play rogue, you know.
Yeah.
Blue stiletto. You can min max the 125 lobbies better than any class. You take a blue weapon and the additional true damage rings, and you can like. Yeah, you don't need 2 weapons or a shield or anything. You just take the 1 stiletto and wait. That was my 125 and under experience.
I think the thing is for me with like solos right now, like clerics, like those players that play cleric have not gotten better mechanically. Their loot hasn't gotten better, but all of a sudden they're seeing probably 100% greater success. Like they're literally twice as successful, you know, without getting any better at the game. So like, yeah, I think, oh my, are you guys lagging like fucking crazy?
I was, yeah, but I thought it was just
that
me.
happened to me earlier. It's like super stuttery.
Elon's hitting all of us. Oh no.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I think solos, and then, you know, the other problem is too, we haven't actually been playing too many trios. We haven't played too much recently, but like again, I mean, even just on paper, you look at like the amount of magical healing that can go out, right? The amount of mistakes that can get healed from one sanctuary, especially after damage overall in the game was reduced, and then on top of that, cleric is, you know, still super good in solos, so of course they're going to be, you know, super good. They're going to be even better in trios because now they can hold their own. Like we were talking about earlier, like normally in a game, you have your DPS character dive the healer in the back line. You can't do that. You have to
you get beat up.
Yeah, you got to respect their back line healer. How the fuck is that, you know?
Yeah.
And then again, yeah, I'm just like a pretty big. I would even go as far as saying hater of the fact that all the mistakes that a team can make can be healed by one little funny button press. Why, you know, they have to group, and I get that and whatever. But yeah, so
we got a warlock over here. I was watching Jay play some wizard, and like, it's such a different experience. Like, he's a high DPS, like high risk. You know, he's doing a lot of things for his team, but at any moment he could just get poofed by a rogue or a ranger. You know, meanwhile, Cleric's over there just pumping out DPS, like pumping out heals. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy how different, like, watching him play the two classes were. It was so crazy. It's just, I think we're all I think everyone's in agreement, which is why, like, STF was like, yeah, it's a Cleric festival. I don't know, besides Cleric, I think Rogues are just a problem and will always be, like, a solo class, you know? If Rogue has Invis, there's no way it doesn't have success in solos. I just don't see how you can't, like, I mean, I think it just always will. I think Rogue will just be the class that's always a good solo class. Whether or not they can translate that into trios and stuff, we'll see. I'm just over here looting the lion's head, dude. We'll see. What do you think, Ryan? What do you like? This is, like, I don't know. You think the same Cleric?
I think the same in solos. I think it's like the clear meta. Because, yeah, 1v1 matchups, it's near impossible to defeat a Cleric. Like, the melee's full commitment, faithfulness locks you in. So, I think that needs to be addressed. Oh, you good, you good.
Well, I think that's the thing too. Like it doesn't even feel like, I don't know. It's not like when a Cleric kills you, it feels like there's any sort of skill that's involved currently. Is the thing. Yeah.
Speaking of that,
like, yeah, one of those like power levels that you could ignore all the melee mechanics. Because the game, you know, a lot of people say, like me included, there isn't much skill expression in melee combat, but there's like tiny, like very small things you could do. Spacing, if you're spacing properly, you could duck, you could move to the side, you could force sour spots. But when you do have that smite up, and when you do have divine protection up, you could just like hilt. You could hit them like on the shoulder 4 times, and you win that trade.
Yeah. Like,
so it is to that point that is like way strong that you could ignore all those like baseline melee mechanics, which I think is an issue.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like when multiclassing was a thing, like everyone was using smites.
True.
It was just it was smite, like dual wield, like high dexterity builds, because just like your DPS just goes hard, like so crazy fast. So, and it's weird because like Clerics are building so much agi now with the gear changes. Like you can find so much agi in all your gear. You actually have decent dex. So it's like a whole bunch of things like kind of compiling to make them really strong, which other classes are kind of struggling to keep up. So we'll see. Honestly, but like podcasts before, I remember we were talking how everything kind of felt like really good, and then my lobbies just like I think the next day just started to look more and more like they just get increasingly worse every day since. Where I've seen less people trying, like experimenting with stuff, and more people just full sending meta. And it's just what happens once a wipe gets this late. And shared stash, you don't even need to like reloot or regear. You can just pull money over from your other character and go on the meta class for a few weeks, right? Or at least before, like if I wanted to start like a Cleric, I would usually have to play that and grind it a bit, get some money, get some gold, get some items. I don't have to do that now. I can literally just send kits, all the crafted shit I want, my Cleric's way, if I want to do that. No problem. So, anyway. We'll see. We'll see. I'm a little worried that it's just the two of them balancing.
Yeah, that was kind of wacky.
I have felt like we've needed a bit more balance, like, not even just like nerfs, like I'm not just trying to like hate on Cleric this whole podcast, but like just like some minor tweaks to like skills and perks across the board. I mean, we've been asking for it forever. Like I know Augustin and a whole bunch of other fighter players have been asking for it forever. Like that poor guy, if only he had been down the abyss. Yeah, like it's scary that we're gonna be like very, very slow getting out any changes to any class because like they're being so careful, right? Like, there's so many things you could probably think of for Ranger or Sophie. There's like a whole bunch of things that haven't changed on like Bard. There's a whole bunch of things that haven't changed on Fighter. And they implemented one thing on Cleric. And look at what it's done. You know, it's scary. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Also, get beat up, Sophie. You got absolutely smacked around.
Yeah. They're just better than me, each and every one of them.
All right. Well, so it sounds like we're mostly in agreement that Cleric is a little bit too strong right now in the game across all game modes.
The other thing too that I think that it's not even just Cleric on this part. It's just healing, like in general, a little bit too.
Yeah.
I feel like just magical healing. It just like you can't nerf. Okay, so like on average, like the kits I built, my recurves were doing like 105. Or sorry, god damn it, they're doing like 105 now, and like before they were doing like 130. So it's just like 25 damage off the top, gone. So it's like, how are we like, like just how are we gonna nerf? What percentage is that? I don't know. I'm fucking stupid. Like 15% damage has been removed from the game, but magical healing is the exact same. You know, and then on top of that, everybody has extra healing as well, or sorry, extra
HP?
health as well. Yeah, that's the things that are kind of crazy to me. I don't mind if we lower the TTK or whatever. I think that's fine. But like, I don't know.
Yeah,
that shit's nuts.
I'm usually a super positive person, and like I want to be really like supportive, but over the past few weeks I have been growing a little concerned about like just the skills and perks situation across the board. Like, I want more tweaks, because I remember, I don't know, I've harped on this before, but they said like, oh yeah, big balance coming. Like, it was before the end of the season, last season, right? And they're like, we're gonna have a big, huge like balance change with a whole bunch of perks and skill changes. And it was like, you know, maybe one on each class. And to me, I'm just like, damn, that's it. That's it. Like, you know, like that's all we're getting going into this new wipe kind of thing. So I would love to see more of it. But maybe that's a little too much chop and change. But I definitely think there's some stuff that could like revitalize a class pretty quickly with just like small hits to little things, because even if they're not like broken, it'll like make people try them for a bit, and it will have people curious about them and like trying and testing and doing things, and like just it provides content that is already there that no one's touching. Like if they right now just gave Halberd like 60% sour spot instead of 50%, people would use it for a while and try it, and maybe they like it, you know. It's just, we don't get any of those changes very quickly. Anyway, that's my rant. It's only a concern for people that play the game as much as maybe we do, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Alrighty, good to go on the next. So next one actually comes from my community. It comes from, I hate that we have to use one of his questions, but it comes from Mayo.
Oh,
it's a Mayo
question.
Yeah. So the next one is going to be the morals that kind of like surround gear score. So, you know, is min-maxing, you know, a 124 lobby, is that like little pee-pee energy? Is it 5? Is it okay? And then also tied in with that question, is it okay to like, you know, now just, you know, the Timmies should no longer be full Timmies, right? Like they've had, what is it, 3 weeks or something? You know, so it's like, can you play normals 125 and just sweating it now? You know, like when I'm looking in there, there's some people that are rocking like pretty fucking solid kits. You know, even some people like last weekend, you know, we ran to that one guy, 25k kit. You know, there was a team that I wiped that earlier in the week that had a 15k kit on just the Warlock. So like what are your guys' opinions on kind of, it's funny to call it morals, but you know, basically the morals around here in normals currently?
I think it's a little weird, like how many people, this is just like my personal opinion with some of this stuff. Like I find it strange how many people will make like crazy amount of like, they'll just full send like some of the best kits they can create, and then like try to say like, well, this is like the proper build for this class. It's like, yeah, okay, but like I prefer the game like trying stuff out in like blues. But That's just my own thing. I'm not a big fan of like full sending best gear all the time. I got a bow for you, by the way. So, there's always a blue one up here. You were ignoring it. So I don't know. I think I just find some of that a little weird to say like you're the maybe you're try to promote your content as being like the best PvP player and you're like full sending with like legendaries on and normals.
Yeah.
I think that's a little cringe, but maybe not as many people are doing that. Everywhere I look, it's people gearing up like crazy for normals. So everyone I've fought recently has been. I feel like I'm getting like gear checked more and more every day. So yeah.
Yeah, I actually I forgot to take off some gear when I was questing today, and I ran into a guy and I killed him. He's playing on fighter, and he had about like if wasn't exaggerating, maybe like an 8 or 9K kit, like in just solos, 125 plus. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see legendaries in every game in solos.
Yeah.
And that's normals. And that's like just like it's keep getting worse. Like it's not gonna get any better towards the end of life, so.
What the hell's going on?
How he's hitting you.
Wait, how are you hitting him?
Sorry, I have no idea what's going on here. But yeah,
Oh God.
Fuck him up, stabbing his fucking stick.
Oh,
Oh,
Morpheus, it's Morbin time. Dead.
okay,
Albert feels kind of nice. I think it's a little weird, but I don't know how you get away from it right now because no one's playing HR. And now if you play HR, everyone that's doing like the gear stomping of normals in a way, it just says like, well, if I go in HR, I get stream sniped or whatever, or you know. So there's just like that whole debate going on too because it's so slow in HR. And I don't blame people for going to normals geared. I just don't do it as much. Like I'll wear like a blue kit I've crafted that's like maybe 1 or 2K and see what I can do. Like if I can like have a good fight against a really geared druid or cleric, like someone wearing legendaries and purples and stuff, I feel like rewarded. But a lot of people don't. Like they really just don't want to, you know, adventure that far. They want to win. You know, people want to win.
Yeah, I mean, like you could debate. Like at its core, Dark and Darker is a game that is all about power tripping. Like that's,
yeah.
That's
right.
true.
Like that's the fucking game. The game is gear diffing, right? So that's why I think it's kind of hard to like to debate these things sometimes. Like, okay, it's just unfortunately there's a really high connection between those who do rock insane gear and normals and like shit talking and thinking that they're better than those who don't. Right?
Yeah, that's what gets me. It's like I feel like terrible if you kill someone with no gear on, and it's like, oh god, what have I done here? But I've seen some people try to like sell like really shitty kits. It's like, oh yeah, this guy was like this guy was pretty geared.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
It's kind of funny. But really, just like be straight up and honest. Like you just fucking gear check the shit out of that guy. Like there's no, you can't really.
I've seen they'll kill a guy who like before they even look at his gear, right?
Yeah.
And like maybe they got hit once and did like no damage. He has no cape, right? Usually a cape is at least some indication that they have something. Not always, but you know. And they'll be like, oh, this guy was geared, and they look at him. He has a fucking Ring of Resolve with like armor pen, you know, no cape. Fucking old shoes. It's like Jesus Christ. Yeah. What do you think, Ryan? You're kind of quiet on that one.
Yeah, I'm in the boat that gear diffing in normals is fine because I was so jaded about all those negative scene reviews about people asking for the full game. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this is gonna be the full game. It's gonna be a little bit Timmy stomping.
The full experience.
I'm all for that.
Yeah, I mean, some of the leftovers, like some of the people that were in those, remember those like streamer lobbies with like gold gear and stuff, the controversy there, because they wanted to avoid like Timmy stomping. I mean, a lot of those guys left those and said like, well, now they're gonna do more Timmy stomping. So this is like a perfect scenario for them. They can kill Timmys endlessly and get revenge for them reporting them for the streamer lobbies. So
yeah. I think there was one thing I heard suggested that initially sounded like a really good idea, and it was like, oh, you know, you can't bring legendaries into normals. And initially, I'm like, oh, Yeah, like that, like, that's cool, right? Because, at that point, if you're someone in green gear, you probably ain't killing someone in legendaries unless they're dog shit and, like, you're him, right? Obviously, there is certain classes that can or whatever, but most of the cases, right? And then I was like, wait, well, that's just going to create a situation where, like, a free-to-play player gets a legendary item.
You can't use it. Yeah.
The dopamine of getting a legendary is going to just be like, fuck yeah.
$30 to use that.
$30 to use it, yes. So it's like on paper, I feel like that one was like super good, and then just when it fully came out,
Honestly, the free to play thing has it a little bit a little bit screwed up. Like these like free to play kind of came out of nowhere for, at least in my opinion, for a lot of us, and it made this whole lobby and like queue thing even worse. It just complicated it to a point where I wasn't expecting. Like, I did not expect it to be this complicated. Like people. I mean, free-to-play players, like, they can't go on into HR, right? So, like, it's just so weird to me. I don't...
Yeah,
I don't know.
You go, Ron.
Oh yeah, overall, I think it's okay that they don't have a gear cap in normals, or like it's a legendary gear cap, but they just gotta make HR like better. They gotta incentivize good players to go into HR, and they'll solve the issue of geared players going to normals, because it is like, there's inherent risk to bringing good gear into normals, because you're not gonna like get a big payout, right? If you're just like stomping Timmies, you're just risking so much to gain so little. In terms of armor, maybe like for your confidence, it does wonders, but if you're like going into normal stomping Timmies, like you're putting a lot on the line to not get much out.
Man, have I talked to you guys about how I think they can get like so many more people into High Roller and have people buy the game?
Yeah.
We talked about that last week?
I think it was last week we discussed it. Yeah, but having like it basically just play the game,
Yeah, really quickly, just like change High Roller, remove the stupid entry fee. It's not like it took any skill to get fucking demigod, like, just fucking stupid. And then, so just remove the entry fee, make it so anyone who can just extract, like, you don't even need to be someone who's good, just like someone who can play the game, like, just not die like every time. If you just play the game enough, you will eventually hit demigod, and that's the incentive to playing High Roller, because I think like one of the things too is like you need to give players like things that persist through the wipes, and cosmetics is the perfect thing. What do people love paying for? They love buying cosmetics. So basically you're paying for like a bi-monthly or once every 3 months battle pass, but you don't have to pay every time. It's just once you buy the game, you get that every single season. People will come back. People love cosmetics, and again, if you just play the game enough, you get it. No one cares you got demigod. No one gives a fuck. I don't think I have once, like when I was talking to like a friend or like in stream or whatever, when I'm trying to say something that was impressive or whatever, I'm like, yeah, I got demigod. It's like I don't give a fuck personally. Like I don't think it's an expression of skills. So
I start every video with "I was demigod this season, that season, every season."
Yeah.
It's a weird
really
flex.
want them to do that. I'm like
I would like that.
I'm like oddly passionate about that one. Like
I remember Repose was like saying something similar. Like, why is everything locked behind like this weird leaderboard?
Wait, he had that opinion too?
For the cosmetics and stuff, yeah.
Oh, never mind. I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, it was like a very similar idea. Like, I'd say yours is probably a little different in some ways.
Yeah.
But his like what I remember him saying, I watched him one time, was like, we should just be getting stuff for playing the game. We shouldn't be.
Yes.
That's so like he's in agreement. And I think it would be cool. And like that's where Bo's like a leaderboard grinder extraordinaire, saying it's just not a good system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Anyway.
Yeah, and I think all that, like all the sort of like sweaty-esque stuff, could just be redirected to what's its nuts, arena. Just let it all be in arena. You want to flaunt your extract. Well, obviously it'd be different or whatever. But you want to flaunt your KD or whatever. Just do that shit for arena. Like say you got a certain rank. That's cool. Maybe it'll mean something in arena. And for the record, I'm not just to say this because I might have pissed maybe somebody off. Okay, like I'm not saying that you can't be like proud that you got demigod or something like that. I'm just saying it's not like a traditional thing in like like a competitive game, like, you know, if somebody gets like Radiant in Valorant or Challenger in League, like that's something like fucking substantial. You know what I mean? Like you have to be an insane player, insane amount of game knowledge. Like, let's. I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, you know, like basically anyone who's in the top like 50% skill bracket can get demigod. Like if you just play correctly, you know, if you just be friendly with most players you encounter and stuff, you can probably eventually get demigod. Maybe top like 30% if we really reach. Then you compare
Ryan,
that
pull
to
the
like,
lever.
top ranks of other games. God damn.
Pull the lever, Ryan.
Wait, we need to go abyss. We need to go abyss.
Oh, we're going abyss?
We're going abyss.
Okay.
Holy shit, what are you guys doing?
I've pulled the lever.
Fuck, I was yapping for too long. Ryan, can you?
I didn't know we were going there.
Can you guys make it? It's a minute.
I think we can make it.
Where am I running to?
Oh shit.
I'm so
okay, I'm
far.
gonna open the door for you. Oh my god. Okay, I'm opening the door for you. Holy shit, this is gonna be close.
Please.
That's a good point though. Like in terms of like grinding, like demigod does not feel rewarding. Like I don't feel like I'm ever improving like during the demigod grind. But like in other games, like when you see your rank go up, you're like, okay, you know, my skills are getting better. It's like paying off.
Yeah. Keep it going.
Oh god.
Holy shit. I think we make it. Oh, you're going that way? Oh.
I'm running. The crow's
Which way
way.
to go?
Pretty sure this way. I hope that door is open, Ryan, for you. I really hope that door
Where's
is
the
open.
Crowd swims.
Oh, Ryan.
Oh god, we have a ways to go still here.
No, we're like there. We're
to
like
go.
there. This is it. I believe.
Get down
Oh
there.
my
Wolf
god.
brother.
I got a campfire once we load in.
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
our
Demigod's
first
boring.
game.
I haven't been playing HR. That's my thoughts. I don't know how they get people there. We talked about it last week a little bit, I think. And this week it's like I just like I said, the free to play thing has everything all is kind of skewed because the big thing all you guys want and everyone will say is like full lobbies. And if HR doesn't have full lobbies, we're just not playing it. So
Yeah, I feel no incentive to go there. My lobbies, again, at the time of day that I play, I get dead lobbies in normals, and it does not matter the gear score. Doesn't matter. I don't know if something's fucked with my account or something. I don't fucking know. But I'm gonna throw it on the campfire. But yeah, I get dead lobbies in normals, so I don't even want to think about fucking HR.
Kind of crazy thing about that, yeah. Like 50,000 players.
They're all in fucking solo under 25 goblins.
yeah.
I swear. Out of the
we're just fighting over
50,000
cave troll.
Yeah, out of the fucking 50,000, like 25K are just people playing solo under 25 goblin, man. Those guys are thriving in there. Shit is crazy.
Yep. Huh. Alright.
Oh boy. I
So
need
is it-
mace guy kills. Do we know where those guys are?
I don't even have that quest.
Yeah, it should be everywhere. Also, I looked at chat briefly. I broke my rule, and I think Repose has a solution, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Release it on the Apple Store.
Holy shit. Yeah, get
Guys.
those iOS gamers in here.
Google Play as well.
Please help me.
Wilson,
Dude, you
Wilson,
get
okay, Wilson,
Wilson,
you're making everything worse. Just come back. Okay, I gotta open the door. We gotta open the door. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
Please
Wait,
help me.
Get the pavis.
Get the
We need
pavis
the
up.
pavis. We need the pavis. Get the pavis going. Oh,
Please.
okay. We gotta kill this one. One bomb, Wilson. One bomb. Ryan, hold the bomb.
Somebody help me, please.
Hold the bomb. Hold the line.
My hands are so cold, man. I can't hold this thing up.
Alright,
My
we're
hands are
good. We're
shivering,
good.
brother.
We're good. We're fine. You guys can deal with that. I believe in you. Alright. Okay, when,
Wait, it's through. It made it through.
I'm fucking done.
since when are there that many axemen in there? Always? Oh, there's something else.
Oh, bro, they got you. Oh my God, they got you, Soapy.
He's the one that
crazy.
needs the quest.
Someone edit that out. Somebody edit that out.
Okay.
They got Soapy.
Okay.
Oh
The
my
first
God.
part. The first part was my fault. The second part was definitely the Pavis guy's fault. Look at that kill feed. Is there a res down here?
Somewhere. I don't know where.
Alright.
Oh, it's cold.
Honestly, we were cooked anyway. This thing was hitting us in the back.
That's
Um,
crazy, dude.
All right, so this will be an interesting time to move on. I'm not sure what they do about geared
Oh.
normals. Like, we'll see. I don't care if people do it. Just don't be toxic if you're gonna do it. You know.
Yeah, I think that's literally it. Just the problem. Okay, mine just really quickly is like the people who like talk shit and then also don't have the self-awareness to understand their gear diffing. But nothing's gonna fix that. That's just fucking human nature. But
Yeah.
so the next one, oh boy,
This one's weird.
This
yeah,
is
this one.
interesting.
I was not expecting this question when I looked at the Discord. Like, especially my Discord. Like, low skill ceiling, super boring fighter guy. I did not expect this. Someone said, what should they do about like bunny hopping and spinning, and the impact it can have on like gameplay and meta? Should there be any like restrictions? Like,
Huh.
this should you be able to b hop like 360? Like, remember, there's people that play this
Okay.
game with like, well, Skinny Pete plays with a pen on a tablet, 360ing around with his pen. Max move speed Zweihander, full rotation windmills. So like, I don't know if they mean like that type of thing or like the type of thing you get up to with
It feels
like
directed.
b-hopping
It
360.
feels directed against ranged.
Yeah.
Maybe that's me taking offense or something. Okay.
No, you're probably right. That's where I went
pretty
with it too.
like okay. I would like to say I'm pretty self-aware for like how I play the video game. Like I know I'm a ranger one trick. I know I suck at melee, but I feel like I don't let that differentiate my opinions too much on like the overall game, okay? I don't think that there is a problem with bunny hopping and spinning, because every time I see somebody argue against it, like one of the main arguments that they'll make is that it's like a melee like game where you're in armor or something.
Mhm.
So it
Like chivalry or
sounds like
something.
yeah, it just sounds like it's people who are wanting the game to be something it's currently not, which is like a fine opinion and stuff like that. And I think that there is a ton of skill in this game that revolves around kiting.
Like those exact things, yeah.
Yeah, I might be biased, but when you strain together a couple like properly timed B hops, I'm not talking about like just the jump turd, but like when you string a couple like B hops and you're landing shots while you're B hopping and spinning and 180ing, like and just straight up call bullshit if you disagree, okay? But to me, that is like one of the highest skill expressions in the game.
It's potentially like one of the few. You know? That's the crazy thing. There's not a lot, I think, especially with melee, that really give you that hit of like, man, I just did something really cool, like skill check, whatever it was, right? So I don't know if they mean like, I know some people want like we talked about this before, like your bow having like a sway after a certain amount of time and all these like things to hinder doing cool stuff, you know? I would prefer it didn't go that route.
I'll try whatever, man. I'll try whatever, but like I don't think it's a problem right now.
Yeah.
And like even like I've even heard a lot of people say like the whole spinning thing, like where you turn to like make it so you never have to press the S key, right? So when you're walking backwards, you don't lose any momentum or speed or whatever. Like the thing is, you're still at a disadvantage when you do that because you're turning away like from the person that you're looking at. So if you're able to hit someone like with every single time you turn or you bunny hop or you 180, like that's not something that the average player does. I think even at this point, the amount of people that I see properly bunny hop or kite in the dungeon is like 1 in like 300, I swear. Maybe even more. Maybe 1 in 500. Like every time you see somebody who's like jumping back or kiting like properly, like it's like the players who are in the top 1% of the skill like brackets of the game. Like most of the time people like slow themselves with the jump spin or they miss shots all the time. So
yeah.
I don't know. But I might just be biased. So you guys go, because I don't know.
Someone in chat mentioned like there's games with like bunny hopping like after like the third or whatever second or third one it slows you down kind of thing, like so you can't just jump forever. There's also a lot of arguments like you know, a person in real life couldn't shoot a bow like that, etc., etc.
Oh,
Like
God.
my
Fuck.
comment to that is like, most times, if I took like a halberd to the face, I probably would die instantly. But in this game, sometimes I survive it, and that wouldn't really happen in real life either. So
The people I have to
There's
say this,
just-
man. I have to.
there's so many
If
things like that.
anybody
It's
ever
tough.
makes an argument of like, you know, this is how it works in, you
Oh,
know,
what did you
fucking
What is this thing?
real life. So this is how it has to work in this
Ryan,
game.
what is this?
Is a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. You're dumb. I don't like to say people are dumb for having an opinion, but
Oh,
like
no.
a certain opinion. But that
Kilgore,
that one,
thank you, man.
I'm sorry. That might, I don't know. That might be right across the line.
Yeah, you just did. My chat's full upset. No, I think there's two arguments. Like, there's two sides to that argument. Like, realistic versus, like, this is a video game. And sure, you can draw inspiration from real life and, you know, have cool weapons, cool combat sequences, cool swing patterns, whatever you want to do. But there is, like, a point where, like, the game has to be fun. And other games really struggle to keep people having fun, like Chivalry, Mordhau, with, like, some of these mechanics. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's a tough line, but there could be another version of Dark and Darker, or a different way to make Dark and Darker with all those things. And it could be the game that those people absolutely love. But that's just not this game. So, well, maybe we'll see that someday, where it's just like super hardcore, like, what's that? Kingdom Deliverance, Dark and Darker. You know? Who knows? Anyway, Ryan, what do you think?
Okay. I mean, I'm all fine with it. I think like if someone now with the new movement speed changes, if they're still out kiting you with the bee hopping, I think it's just a skill issue. I think it's pretty easy to corner people on most maps now, especially like, you know, in heavy
Good
gear.
loot on this guy.
And the move cap is now what, 110%? It's like, you know, if I'm in half plate, I'm moving at like 95%. With sprint, I'm hitting cap. So I don't see an issue at all with the bee hopping. If this was last wipe, I would say, yeah,
Albert
maybe they
is
gotta
amazing.
adjust like
I absolutely
momentum.
love it.
But it is like
It's
one
good
of
to
the
hear, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
few range skill expressions in the game. So I'm fine with it completely. And that's someone who plays mostly like, you know, melee classes.
Mhm.
But that being said, it is very difficult because a lot of people don't realize, you know, this isn't like CS or like Valorant where most surfaces are completely flat. There's like rubble, there's like random stuff you could bump into, mistime your jumps.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, there's like a lot of stuff going on, so I think I'm fine with it. Most people too, like when I'm chasing someone, if I'm like going sword shield fighter, like getting my counter attack off, getting the move speed bonus from that, like it's pretty easy to close on someone bee hopping because most of the time they often forget where they're going, so you could force them into corners.
Yeah, people can't go like infinitely in this game. You know, they'll run into a door,
It
mob.
just hits so hard, Kilgore.
Yeah.
It's just like you can see the
So I don't
panic.
really see an issue with it. I think last wipe though, yeah, maybe there was like some problems with how much move speed you could build, and it's like a free out.
Alright.
But yeah, I think this wipe, I think it's fine.
A lot of the times too, like when I'm kiting a player or whatever, and I'm like turning to like go back and shoot them, like as I'm kiting them, like even players who are like geared, like they get lazy
I could be
when they're chasing you. Like they won't like manipulate their hitbox. You know, obviously like really good players do. But like sometimes even geared and really good players, they just get lazy. Like when they kite, like they just don't put in the effort sometimes to like, you
They're
know,
crazy
counter
for
your
Victor
kiting.
Strike.
Like if you're
I like
kiting,
it.
you're not having your eyes on the guy the entire time. So, you know, and they just don't really capitalize on that.
Yeah. One thing I will say though, I do not like the unequipped meta. Like how fast you could drop
please.
stuff.
Oh, I can
Yeah.
see that. I can see that
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. Yep. I can see that.
Yeah,
One
Zepler
thing too.
was saying that. It makes no sense on Cleric. I can have no disadvantage from taking my chest piece off because it's only giving me armor rating. There's like, I'm not
Yeah.
even losing any MDR. I'm actually just better at fighting the second I unequip it, which is instant. Weird. Anyway, go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, I was gonna say one thing that happened to me in HR. Like one of the few times this wipe that I'm
I'm
actually like
leaving.
playing
I'm
HR
leaving.
is I was chasing someone. I got like 2 good hits off on them, and then they just start dumping their rings and like jewelry on the floor, like in like places I can't find too. I'm like, man, why even like fight now? I'm not gonna get anything from this. So it's like one of those silly
Oh.
things that you can just like
I never even
de-equip
thought about
immediately.
that. So tell me, like, can you unequip stuff if you're in rat form?
Oh, you probably can now. Now that they fixed it, so you could access your inventory.
So like, if I'm
Or
chasing a
is it
rat,
the opposite?
he can just dump all his stuff into a corner, and then like teehee, you get nothing too. But I'm just gonna harass you for the rest of this raid. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, it might have changed like that now, because that was part of the patch notes. I haven't played Druid at all today.
Someone said yes, you can. So, all right,
Oh,
I believe him.
shoot.
That's a whole new meta. Just like, oh god.
Have you seen the turtle meta?
I haven't. No, I'm still waiting on the
drop
penguin
a-
form.
Yeah, you buy like a bunch of poor fine curses, and then you drop them, and you go rat mode, and you hide in it.
Oh no.
And then it can't, I mean, it can be splashed. You get splashed, but you can't like physically attack.
Now that they
your fine
squeak, the
curse.
chess piece will be squeaking. Like, oh, you little bastard. Oh, less than a minute if you want ice map again.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Get some questing done. Yeah, I think that's honestly, I agreed with everyone's opinion on this one. I think there's other games probably that'll be better suited for those people that are like ultra realistic. This is what we want. Like no bunny hopping, none of that stuff. And I don't think Dark and Dark is that game. I think
Yeah,
they've made
so...
it pretty clear they don't want it to be that game. So
Yeah, so much of this game's skill expression is movement. Like
yeah.
right away. Like when you're
Best
just
stat in the game.
looking at a
Voice
guy. Yeah, if he's like, like he's like 30 feet across from you, he's on the other end of the module. You just look at him for like 3 seconds. You could tell if this guy's good or not, right? Like just by how he moves his character, by how he manipulates his hitbox. You could tell if somebody's good that way. Which is also funny.
Days, Stalker, everyone over on YouTube
will say the game has no skill expression or whatever, and I could not disagree more. It's just that like sometimes with certain classes, gear beats skill and whatever. But yeah, I don't know.
Right.
That's one of the reasons why I like Rangers so much. It's like I feel like almost like no matter how good somebody has an advantage of gear on me, if I can just keep them at a distance and I can kite them, and as long as I just don't make one mistake, if I play perfect and I don't make a single mistake, I can kill anyone. You know what I mean? And I that's what I love about the class. And to me, the class has a ton of skill expression in that regard. Other people, I know not everybody agrees, and that's totally fine. I know people think Rangers one of the lowest skill ceiling classes or whatever. I've seen that a lot, but that's fine.
It can't be worse than fighter.
No, I mean, well, I'm not even including fighter in the conversation. To be honest, it's even crazy that we.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But...
It's just a Timmy class. It's only for new players.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the point?
Yeah.
Well, this last one. Whose is the last one?
Ryan.
Yeah, it's like cut off. It's cut off a little for me, so you're gonna have to read the whole thing.
Oh shoot, sorry. It's
loud and clear. It's alright.
It's like a little more open-ended one, but what is gonna be the key to this game's success? And I will like add a little context to it because it is kind of like a very open-ended question. But some examples would be: should Iron Mace focus on the whole PvE aspect of the game, raid bosses, more like Wyvern kind of content? Should they do more PvP? Should they focus on arena? Is this going to be a PvP-centric game? A sprinkle of both. Maybe they go a completely different direction, make it so it's like a more looting kind of focused game. I don't know. But right now it's a good mix. I say a good balance of everything. Maybe a little lacking on the like PvP side in the sense of there's no real forced PvP. They took a step back from that. No circle, more exits kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you can still PvP if you want, right? Like if you're out hunting, like if you're a good player and you're clearing mobs and running module to module, the PvP is still there. Just
you have to know spawns for sure.
Yeah, you have to know spawns. Like this map is difficult if you don't get to places quick enough because everyone just leaves, like it walks out the door. There's no like rope from the ceiling where you can cut them off or something, like in Goblin. Or Howling Crypts has like its statics and stuff. You can kind of like play around. They're more central. They're not really on the edges. So I guess there's a couple on the edges. But Frost is like feels like everything's on the fringes on Frost map. Boats, but key to success. I
did think of my answer, unless you have one already.
You go ahead. I'll think.
Okay. Okay. I actually thought about this before the podcast even went live, and like
that's cheating.
I think. Yeah, I know. I think for me, like, it actually has a lot to do with like how the wipe itself feels. So like I think as long as players feel an incentive to, because like at the end of the day, right? Like in a wipe-based game, players are gonna leave, they're gonna come and go. Like you know, the amount of players that even Tarkov loses is like insane, right? Like they lose a ton of players in the wipe. So I think that the way that they keep players and how to give the game longevity is that the start of the wipes are always substantial, and they really nail down the duration of the wipes. Like, oh, there's a team behind us. I think it's like 1 or 2 weeks too long, and then I really think that they need to add events to end of wipes.
Yeah.
Like give people like things to look for, and then also achievements that they can do within the wipe, which I'm just gonna go back to saying it, the high roller rewards or whatever. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit I'm talking about. So I think there just needs to be rewards for participating in the wipe that persist across all. He has his own trap. No, not like this. Not like this. Ranger's weak. Get in there.
Yeah, events would be good. I think there's nothing quite like the dopamine hit of like killing somebody in a game like this, extracting with all their stuff, knowing they lost it all, you know. And you get this huge come up, which you could very well lose the next game because of like mobs or just a really skilled player, or you get gear checked. Like this map, like every raid kind of tells such an interesting story in my opinion. So, and it does nothing hits quite like it when you fight a guy or like something goes your way in an extraction like full loot PvP game, in my opinion. Yeah. I really think the PvE side is just like a good distraction to make everything else a little more complicated. And like, yeah, it can be really rewarding, but I wouldn't like, for example, if you have a dead lobby in this game, it feels horrible, in my opinion. At least for me, it's like, oh, I get to go do a boss for free, you know? Great. Did you just like, what happened?
That was torch v quarter stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard a torch. Oh, I just, you guys ever watch Riddick? I just Riddicked that guy. Predicted where he's going, stabbed him right in the neck. Anyway, I think more like, yeah, just keep things going, do community events. Arenas, obviously, they said their next big content update, which is a little bit terrifying, but more content, more content, more community events, more things to do. End of wipe.
Just like
shorter wipe would be good. Yeah.
For the love of God, at the end of a wipe, boost all the loot. Just like the last like week, even if it's in like the in between season bullshit, so people can't exploit for demigod or whatever, man. Just like let everyone have access to like all like unique and artifact gear. Like just every person you fight for the last week of the game is super kitted. Every motherfucker got a full gore. Every motherfucker got a nipple in, a spell weaver, whatever, man. Because like again, like you go back and you look at it, and that would bring people back at the end of a wipe, which would probably even further commit them to being at the start of the wipe once it comes through as well. So I don't know, man. So many players never get to use that shit, man. So many players never get to use it. Again, I'll always say it. Like the amount of players that have killed a high roller boss is like 1 in 100. You know what I mean? It's like if you just look at the overall player base. Fuck that. More events. Even do you know what? Fuck it. Bring multi-classing back for like the end of the like a week at the end. Not as a normal thing. I don't want to piss anybody off here. I'm just saying for like, you know, like 3 days or something, end of wipe, bring back multi-classing. You know what I mean?
You have
I can see that, yeah.
I just realized.
I haven't saw it.
Okay.
It did feel like an end of wipe event, like that first iteration. Like it was just like so wacky, but yeah, the full week when everyone was like doing this goofy stuff, it was so fun.
Yeah, I think the formula they have is pretty good. If they just like iron everything out, you know, iron it out. Iron Mace will do that hopefully, and then build on the good things that they've already got going for them a bit more. I don't know if there's anything like that jumps out at me as like this game needs it. I'm not sure what it would be. I can't think of anything like. It's a tough thing. Like honestly, I didn't think Arena would be like this high priority, but here we are. So I'm excited for it, and I just kind of hope.
I don't know how to feel about Arena, man. Like. I feel like we talk about it every time, but I hope it doesn't ruin the game for me. Because, like, used to be so competitive with games, like with like competing in Gears or whatever, and then playing all those other games. I really hope, I really hope it doesn't ruin the game for
one
me,
thing that
man. I don't want to take this shit serious.
Terrifies me a little bit is like just imagine like arena right now with like Cleric, like am I going in there as a fighter fighting clerics?
Yeah.
Probably, right? So I don't know how that works.
Arena with Bard, 2 clerics.
I don't know how that really like will like.
There's a rat in it.
Is he squeaking?
He is squeaking. I killed him.
Oh. What the?
Good job.
Oh,
that's what I was kind of saying.
My gear, or did he?
I still have your gear.
Okay. I came back to my body.
But yeah, if they do add arena and it's like the PvP focused event, I think they really need to make PvE more in depth because people are gonna lose reason to go into like the normal dungeons, like the regular dungeon experience. Like it's gonna take a big chunk of that player base, I think. Because right now, like even with some new players I've been playing with, their main objective is to PvP.
Team over.
I don't know where you are. Where'd you go?
I'm where I died. They don't
where was that?
Yet. They don't see. 2 of them have capes. These guys are smurfing.
Oh wait, I see a dude.
Oh,
yeah, I think the game could, it's kind of nailed that whole dungeon fantasy formula.
Yep.
But
and there's so many ways there's so many ways to build on it. It's like it's the fantasy world. Like,
oh God, fucking.
It's you can go so far with this so many ways. I remember when we were on the podcast with Soma, he's like listing a million different maps, And it's like
that's true.
He's like, I want this map, I want this map, I want this idea, I want that idea. I'm just like, this is the thing. Like, there's so many things they could add that would fit this this world. So, Soapy, come back to us.
I
cannot come back to you. I wish I could. I wish I could.
All right, well, we're here. Oh God, you're getting hunted.
Oh, that dude is cloaked up.
I almost hit you through the door. Oh God.
This guy wants me. What atrocities did I commit for how bad this guy wants to kill me?
Oh yeah, they were kind of cooking you.
Yeah, I don't have a weapon.
Get out of here, bitch. You just phantomized. Alright, that's a good thing.
Here, Wilson runs.
He's got a cape.
Oh, never mind. They're right behind us.
This is the guy we gotta push. He's phantomized.
Oh, watch out. You're about to get...
No. No. They picked us off one by one. I believe in you, Ryan. Those light foots will make a difference. Oh, nice. Oh, please kill one of them. He did
stab his own teammate.
Oh. Damn. Longsword bros on top. Yeah. Dang. I don't know. I can't think of that, like, big money thing. I think it's crazy that they even, like... I feel like Iron Mace made their own genre,
Yeah.
Like, I understand there's, like, extraction games like Tarkov and whatnot, but, like, there's nothing else like this.
Nope.
So it's like, where do I go for a dark and darker, like, experience? And please don't say Dungeonborn. Like,
that game, no.
Please don't say that. It's just not quite it.
Mobile games.
Yeah, it's not quite it, so... yeah, so... It's the combat in the class systems... Extraction only in the game isn't even the main premise. Yeah, everyone's gonna like different things probably about this game within it. So
yeah, I think another thing they could do to help like keep the game fresh is like add more variety to what already exists in the dungeon. So like I still think they need to add more POIs to every map. Yeah. Maybe Goblin Caves is the one that like is doing okay because it has 2 bosses, has the center Thunderdome. But like Crypt and Ice Caves need to have like more incentives for going to certain places. And then I think also when you go to these certain places, I think it should be like more random encounters of what's there. Like there's like a chance of like like loot goblins. This is maybe not the best example, but like a goblin horde being there, and they have like a like a special boss, a special goblin, or not like boss, but like
Mm-hmm.
boosted enemies that are on a certain part of the map. It's different every time you go in there.
Yeah.
So you can get some crazy loot if you go to like
Yeah.
the most contested POI, stuff like that.
One thing that
that'd be really good.
like Augie's in chat, and I'm kind of just like looking at chats here while we end this slowly. Augie always mentions a roaming boss or one that breaks down doors.
Roman.
He wants a boss.
Cleric's already in the game.
Roaming sub boss. Yeah. Yeah, that used to be like Skinny Pete or whoever was playing Barbarian with Crush, but yeah, a roaming boss would be sick. Why not?
Love the idea.
Yeah.
Love it. And then Repos in Ryan's chat even said the 1 in like 10,000 chance of like a golden goblin spawning,
Yeah, I remember him saying the old
loot.
golden portal one time or something.
Dude,
like
golden portal.
takes you to that secret
sounds
room
really
with all the
good too.
loot. Yeah.
So one thing I haven't played at all for this playtest, but I know this can get a lot of heat. But Dungeonborn, they did have a randomly appearing purple portal that brings you to the boss.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, I wouldn't mind if Dark and Darker pulled a little bit of inspiration from those random events.
What happened?
There's like a different portal type that brings you like directly to the boss.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm
this is just
stubborn.
from
I just kind of
watching.
don't like that. I don't know if that's just like me like hating everything.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think that idea is good, but I think the random, like a different portal would be nice. Maybe not directly to the boss, but I think a different portal would be nice.
What's crazy, when they first said they're going to provide like a solo experience, when I first heard that, like way back when, I thought they were just going to add a portal in the game that took you to like a solo dungeon or like a solo arena or something. You know what I mean? Like you're solo into trios and you had like a portal that was like green. And that was like only one person could take it, and it was like all out warfare, but it was a solo experience. That's when I first heard that was so long ago now, before solos existed, and I'm like, oh damn, we're gonna like open a portal and be like, we're going to like a PvP arena as like a solo player now instead of fighting trios. It'd be kind of crazy, but why not? Why not mix it up once in a while with some crazy shit? Loot rooms, straight to the boss. I don't know, sure. Randomize stuff a bit. They did mention like randomization of some of these things. I don't know what they're thinking things are. Is it going to be modules or mobs, or maybe that's happening?
Dude,
I don't know.
modules would be so hard. It'd be so hard. I think it would actually be too hard. I'm gonna say it. I think again, like when I worked out on Gears, there was like the lead like developer, like the number one level design guy, and he could not get it working well at all. You know what I mean? He had like a whole team that was trying to like help him get it. Suck my balls, man. But like, and I don't know. Like Iron Mace is really good. They're really talented. But I think the thing that they have like that trumps like other devs and companies is their passion, not necessarily like their technical skills. So I'd be surprised if they could get the randomly generated modules working. I'd be really surprised.
Yeah, even some of the new like additions. Remember the new additions of Goblin Caves when they happened? They're like really stitched together weird, like the 5x5. Everyone thought it was really awkward because some doors would just lead to nothing. Or even still on the map right now, you can see like alleyways on your map that don't really make sense. It's like, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think they could possibly just flip the switch on randomized modules, but maybe mobs, yeah, maybe bosses. Yeah, that stuff, but I don't know what else they can do, honestly. I thought the whole module system was built so that it added, like, different layers every time you queued in was somewhat random, you know?
Yeah. I think they also could just make the, like, objects, so, like, not the actual module itself different, like, the way it connects, but, like, what is it inside that module is different, you know? So, like, instead of, you know, in like the room where the Wraith and the Skeleton Champion spawns in the crypt, like what we call boss room or whatever, like, you know, the whole like area would be different. So instead of having the 4 pillars on either side, there's just like one giant pillar in the center or something, you know, just something that's like different when you go in there. So it's not like the module itself connects differently or leads to any different areas, but what like the fights that take place in there are different.
You're hired, neighbor. You're hired.
Okay.
Right. I'm such a big fan of them adding more POIs. Just a
Yeah.
reason, because again, no circle. I think it's fine. Like I don't think it's too bad right now, but just like give players reasons to explore the map now that the circle's gone. Right.
Yeah, in this map, it's just like rush the wolf spawns, and then,
True,
and then
yeah.
leave on boat as fast as possible. That's what I do anyway. So. Any other cool questions from chat? Anything that you think would save Dark and Darker, or not really save it, but like, is its big ticket item? Like, what is something you wish it would work towards? Really, I just think the game's great. I would not. This is still like this is by far the game I've played more than like any other game in my life. So there's reasons
Yeah,
for
it
that.
kind of ruined video games for me. It like saved video games, but then ruined it as well. I cannot remember the last time I played a game for longer than like 2 hours at a time. Like it might seriously be before early access came out, which is like Jesus Christ, man.
I was loving life playing Baldur's Gate, just like chilling,
still
and
haven't
then
played it.
3 days after Baldur's Gate came out, we got Dark and Darker.
God damn.
Haven't really gone anywhere since.
You haven't finished it, right?
No, God no.
Yep.
Fuck. That's just like a
Yeah.
whole. That's like a week's worth, you know.
Yep.
If anyone is having stuttering
Here's
issues,
what
it is
percent
Elon.
go.
He decided to fuck me again here quickly.
You guys think the average age of a Dark and Darker player
There we
is
go. Elon's being a dick.
it's like 28 or something?
He's been
right?
kind of a dick all night.
Has to be.
Yeah. I think
I think having a
higher
tournament
20s.
mode once a month would help the game out a lot.
God.
What do you guys think? What do you guys
Okay.
think about like a tournament mode every month? You know, I think that'd be
Tournament
fine.
mode.
Hey.
What would be like an example tournament?
He's gonna see
Well,
each other. They see each other.
I remember they.
Wilson,
Oh.
Jesus Christ!
What's wrong? I need my 10 kills.
Execute the poor Timmy.
I have a quest.
Look at them. Yeah. That's all these guys are to you is a quest.
I mean,
Look at
the
these
rogue
guys.
has leather leggings on, which is pretty rough. All right, you're right. I'll get my quest in Goblin Caves. Tournament. I think they did. Yeah, I have Starlink. They did actually mention a long time ago tournament as an alternate PvP mode, and honestly, that could be what Arena becomes. Really, why couldn't it? Why could they not host like tournaments? If they're building Arena, I feel like that's a place to have like a tournament.
Oh, you know there'll be a Twitch Rivals, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. With Soma at the helm,
someone will make it happen.
There's,
Someone did say
there's
it's
gonna
like
be a Twitch Rivals.
it's very difficult because like it's its own brand. Like you have to purchase the rights to. Like it's crazy. Like Twitch Rivals is a crazy expensive thing to get, from what I understand.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong then. Oh.
Yeah, like I remember like Rust Rivals and some of those things. I remember like someone was describing it as like it's a big ticket item to have that because like they sell it to game devs as like you want this for your game, right? So it becomes kind of costly. I don't know, but I would love it.
What were we
Yeah,
talking
why
about
not?
before that?
Why can't we do Twitch Rivals
Arena.
tournament?
So,
Arena.
dude, there's a part of me that wonders
Soapy
if they
Sonic,
should
true.
like make Arena like a time thing, or would that be terrible? I've always wondered that. Like, if they make it so like okay, Arena happens like twice a week, right? So instead of being something you perma queue, it's something that becomes available to queue twice a week. Is that like universally kind of hated though? Because like if people
Usually,
can't make time-
yeah.
Okay.
Because just as like it limits people by region as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't live in USA, baby, fuck you, right?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm Canadian before anybody gets pissed.
Yeah, I actually thought that idea would be cool with like a tournament, like time gated stuff. Only because, and this is gonna sound really weird, but like I used to play a lot of FIFA, which had like you had weekly like achievements that would get you into like a weekend league, and which would last like Friday till like Sunday at midnight kind of deal, depending on your region. But it was like 3 days. So you'd do your stuff, you'd win a bunch of games, and then if you won enough games, you'd get put in like the league to play like in the tournaments, and basically like then you had like 20 games you could play on the weekend to decide your rank, essentially. So it was like so it was like I had lots of time to do that.
Rogue
Really,
behind you,
normal.
Ryan.
Oh god. Anyway, I always thought that'd be cool with like a tournament. You're just getting chewed up. Oh,
I got deleted. That wizard's low. Maybe.
I can't hit anything. One sec.
Here, Scold's saying maybe like once a month tournament. Maybe
Yeah.
expand on it like a whole week for once a month kind of thing.
Mhm.
I guess that banding is not too bad, yeah.
These guys are juking and dodging. Oh.
Here's
There we go.
Riften is saying, I'd love to see an
yeah.
arena where
Get
you
the
can
triple
go
kill. Get the
to
triple
a
kill,
separate
Ryan.
tab.
Ryan,
Yeah. What do you think this is?
get the fucking triple kill. Come on. Come here, bitch.
Oh, you bitch. You stole it. I need my quest, and he steals it. Yeah. Fair is fair. It's all right. A punch killing someone is a little unexpected. Let's put it that way. All right, say that again. Sorry, I missed what Scold was saying.
No. You, so Scold was saying, oh, it was earlier, but Riften's also saying that they want to see an arena that's like a separate tab that you could duel people. So I'm guessing they said like trade. I don't know if this game could use that actually. Like you just pick duels out. I do hope that arena comes with some sort of wager system.
Yeah,
Oh my god, yeah.
as a big like old school RuneScape, like the old duel arena. Oh, I had some real serious like RMT issues and stuff though. But yeah, that's. I think they completely removed it, like completely gone from the game because it had so many issues. Anyway.
Bad news. Things are getting bad down here. Things are getting bad.
My 20-foot long halberd will definitely take care of these. Watch out. There we go.
Yes, I have a soul.
Alright, make your predictions now, though. Arena, will it be widely loved by the community, or do you think it's going to be widely hated?
I get a weird feeling that it's going to be liked if solo players can participate. So I get a bad feeling that it's not going to be liked because I don't know if solo players are going to be able to use it. I just get this weird feeling that like it's that solo players are not going to be able to access arena. And then it's like I know what you're like thinking, right? I'm putting on a campfire. Like there's no way, right? There's no way that they would make it so solo players can access arena. But then the Wyvern's only accessible by 4 fucking people.
Nice when it's new and shiny.
I get this bad feeling, man, that it's gonna be for trios only. I don't know. But then like you think about like arena, it's like it makes sense in a way that it's for trios only from like a game design perspective. But like people would hate that. Like, hey, here's this brand new feature, but fuck you. You know, you play solo, which is like what? If we don't exaggerate, isn't it like
60%?
50%?
I think it's like 60 or something. Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. So then, you know, those guys are gonna be fucking pissed. Rightfully so too.
So,
but like,
if that's the case, like SDF was talking today, he was saying like they put faithfulness on Cleric because they wanted them to be able to 1v1. So that's like
wait.
That's like a direct buff to like solos, which a lot of people always say the game isn't meant for solos. It's like not balanced for solos, you know. But really, like I don't think he really meant like just 1v1 once you would get like your team dies and there's each of you are left. I don't know if that's what he really meant, or he actually meant like solos. Like you gotta have some power as a cleric, like 1v1ing people.
That's the leak. Wait, hold on.
So
that's the leak.
So like when you think about it that way, it's like why are they even trying to make cleric strong 1v1 if it's like if their whole thought process is 3s only, right?
Yeah, because arena 1v1s are coming.
Maybe, yeah.
You know what I would love? I know we're all 3 solo players, so like obviously we're gonna be super biased or whatever. And there's a ton of trios players that can't hold their own and solo or whatever, and they can suck my balls. But the thing that's interesting is like, what if there's a part of me that just wants arena to be solos only? I think that'd be so funny. The problem is like you know there's classes that like wouldn't be you know good in that regard, but like holy fuck, that would be crazy if it was solos only. Oh my gosh, that would be. Let's go with this.
I could see that being the approach actually. It's also like a shortcut for balancing. Like you're just gonna see like the win rates class to class.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dang, maybe you're onto something. I can see that.
Yeah. I was surprised to see him say like, we want cleric to 1v1. Like when have they ever said that about a class? If we want to increase the potential of barbarian to 1v1 or increase the potential of fighter to 1v1, you know?
Yeah.
First I really heard it today was like cleric. We want them to be able to like 1v1. It's like that's kind of weird. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what that means. But we've been yapping a while, but I guess we're still playing like trios after this anyway, just to do some questing basically. So, I don't know if there's any like
Yeah, we
glaring.
can kind of keep it going.
Yeah,
like
if people
not,
want to
not
hang
like
out and
as a
chill,
podcast.
we won't do like a hard cutoff. Like I'm not gonna turn the stream off or anything, and
Oops.
Ryan
We just go right down.
Ryan can start going back to his like normal behavior of just being real mean to
You
me.
did a 24-hour stream, Ryan?
Today?
Yeah, weren't you? Or was that a bait?
Oh no, sorry, that was a goal.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well, somebody
Alright.
give this man some money.
I think he wants like strawberries and laces or something. You said in Discord today. Yeah, you paid for your school via strawberries and a piece of laces or something. Anyway, it's the wildest things. But yeah, that would be all the questions covered, like on our list, and then most of them from chat. So, if anyone has more stuff, we're just gonna keep playing the game.
Yeah. Data Arena is. Oh man, they can.
There's
I feel-
potential.
Oh man,
I'm excited for it. I'm
many
excited for it.
different ways.
I'm excited to like break free from this solo nightmare that is Rogue and Cleric. Honestly, anything to get me out of there. I play so much solos, and it's just like when I played trios with you guys last week for like that night, I was like, holy fuck, this game's fun again. Like it was so like eye-opening how different it can be when like balance issues and stuff are like happening as much as they are.
Dude, I'm
So-
surprised how many of you guys just keep doing solo goblin caves. Like, I feel like a lot of the time,
Solo
like the worst
gobbies.
balancing issues come from.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
solo
And it's like
goblin
I'm willing
caves.
to eat a lot of it. Like I understand that. Like I wouldn't be playing fighter if I wasn't, kind of thing, or for fighter for this long across all the patches and stuff. So I kind of accept that it's gonna be a little bit like that. But yeah, it can get a little daunting when it's like a lot of toxicity. Like people can see your name because you're playing in normals. So if like someone knows you're Wilson or Ryan or Soapy, you just get a lot of weird shit going on, and it's like I just want to play the game, you know. I just want to be a nobody again and play the game sometimes, right?
Yeah, I've debated actually not using my like main anymore, but it has
Yep.
so much like fame and stuff that
Yep.
I want to keep playing on it.
Yeah, this is
So
like
I
the
don't
only
really know
class I've
like
leveled.
what the
So.
yeah, I don't really know what the solution is for that.
But anyway, yeah, trios is a lot of fun, even with like cleric and stuff being strong. It was still like diverse enough that we were having a good time. Solos, like I said this last time, solos is like a place you go to make other people hate the game, basically. And you guys said, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. And it's like if you want to like meta stomp or gear check or like play the OP class or be super cringe or salty or VoIP like an idiot, you go to solos, you know? Yeah, it can be rough.
Do you think we'll ever see the game shift away from being like solos dominant?
No,
I don't think
that's
so.
possible. I think every game that has a solo mode is always the most popular. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be, maybe I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, I mean,
I can see that.
you have to have like friends or people online, you know, to play with, which the scheduling, timing. People, like you said, a lot of people in this community are like the average age is a little higher, so it's not just like a whole bunch of kids hanging out in high school playing Dark and Darker together. Like Fortnite, you could do that, you know. This is like people in their 20s or 30s, late 20s, 30s. They have jobs, they have lives, like, you know, they just want to jump in for a quick hit of Dark and Darker and then and get out. So solos is that spot. And I don't think I don't think anyone, like, how many people are in the gathering hall? Like six
Like
people in there. And they're looking for people, and you just know, like, I remember when gathering hall first came out, I went there to see like if I could like recruit people and play with, and I had a great time. Like the atmosphere around Dark and Darker was like super positive at the time, and like everyone was super cool. It was a lot of fun. But I would never go back there now. It just would be a bad idea. So
Kind of something different is man, the one reason that like
level of negativity is what I feel is towards
that
trios on average.
Arena has me like a little bit
Really?
like iffy
Possible
I
to run a
just
match with a
really
random
hope
longsword
that it
bro encounter
doesn't
that
kinda
recognizes my
shift
voice. Yep.
Dark and Darker into like something that it
Crazy.
isn't or maybe shouldn't be. And like I've said this a few times, but like I've never looked at this game like an esport, or like, you know, it should be a game that's like the most, oh shit, okay, oh fuck, game that's the most like incredibly skillful or anything like that. So because I know people, this is like a weird example to make like when talking about it, but like with a game like Fortnite, you know, when they added like their esports thing and mainly creative mode, it just like fucked the whole game. Like the whole game, you know, debatably got better in some circles, right?
You said all campfire right here.
But in like
Thank you.
for like casual players, man, like the game got, I think, worse overall when they added that change to the game. So I just hope that like Dark and Darker doesn't become this like ultimate sweat game.
Capping all of being great in
personally don't see it that way.
1995.
Maybe I'm wrong for not seeing it that way.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's like if you want to sweat, you know, you play CS, League, Valorant, Dota, fucking Rocket League, even. You know,
I haven't seen anything
I
going on
don't
on
think
YouTube.
the majority of people want Dark and Darker to be this hyper competitive game, and that's the only thing that like kind of causes me to be a little bit hesitated when it comes to Arena. But maybe I'm wrong.
That makes sense, yeah. There's like not enough mechanical skill expression to like afford a competitive season or like a competitive scene, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we got gear in the game.
I mean, I would even say that more so than the lack of mechanical skill. I would say the fact that somebody can just be better because they put on these items, right? You can say it takes skill to like acquire them and whatever, but like just like that alone kind of ruins the competitive integrity.
Katie was like the one person I used to watch that was very like adamant that we don't need like we don't want a PvP, like a training arena for everyone just to get good at the game. And that's kind of what you're insinuating too. Like the skill level changes so much, like people stop going in and experimenting in the dungeon. So, you know, instead of like trying out the halberd in game and like learning from mistakes and just like getting a feel for the dungeon and seeing cool stuff in the dungeon, everyone's just min-maxing every build, everything. You know, like the lack of creativity just starts to show, right?
I think I agree with that for the most part, but I would not mind a dummy that I could just test my goddamn damage.
That's true.
That I would not mind.
Mm-hmm.
That I would.
Yeah, you just go in Goblin Caves and go to the one that's like, you know, a little bit past the main, like the big PvP room.
Question 1. Where does the game balancing around 3-person
Oh
change
yeah, the one that has the
Does
jump
it
tech you can do up
motivate new
top.
players to
sorry.
play with
Okay,
friends
yeah,
or
that makes
disincentivize new
Alright, I got a
players?
question from
2.
Babs.
When will you 3 stream playing each other's main again?
Huh.
Probably a bad one.
Okay, real question and silly question. Okay. Where does the game balancing around 3-person change the meta? Does it motivate new players to play with friends or disincentivize new players?
Oh,
We kind of talked about this, right? And they mentioned about balancing clerics for 1v1s, which is kind of odd. But does like game balancing around 3s change the meta? Does it motivate new players to play with friends or disincentivize new players? So like mean like a game being like a very hard 3s focus disincentivize people from playing like solos kind of thing? That's a tough question to answer.
I think you go.
I think like
I gotta have an answer for this one.
from the early days, like from my first experience with Dark and Darker, I was playing in solo v trios, right? So I kind of love the game so much, I was like, I'll just accept the fact that I'm going in here like you know, I just kind of accepted that as being Dark and Darker, and I think that still like resides with me because I'm like I came from the time of game where it was like trios only and stuff. But I know what you mean. Like for new players, solo experience has been part of the game for a long time. So maybe Iron Mace themselves, like with the new information about Cleric and why they're holding back on some of the faithfulness changes, maybe they've also realized they need to focus more, like a lot more on like solo player experience right from the start and like the balancing, the meta, everything. They haven't come out and really said it yet, I don't think. I don't know if you guys have heard anything. But everyone, there's that old aged thing where they mentioned like the game is meant for trios, balanced for trios, but I think that's like, I seriously think that's a thing of the past.
Yeah. I
It
agree with that.
can't. It's not healthy
Yeah.
for the game if they take it that route.
Yeah, that's a hard question to answer. I don't know. I don't know, like, how much do they need to, like, prioritize, too, for, like, solo, duo, trio, but, yeah. Because it is, in a weird way, like, there's so many, like, different versions of Dark and Darker. Like, there's so many different, like, like, you know, even, like, you could say the game's just balanced completely different in solo, duo, and
Also,
trio.
maps. Thank you for that
Three different
$5, man.
maps that you
You
play
could've just asked the
slightly
question.
differently. There's 3 different
Kind
gear
of you to
brackets and
donate.
normals, and then the high roller. Like, there's like, how many fucking ways is there to play the game? So it's like, I don't know. I feel like when you consider
Very, very kind
all
of
the
you, man.
ways that you can play this game, it's balanced pretty fucking good. Like,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
yeah. Like, there's a couple things that are a little bit overtuned, of course, but like, I still think this shit ain't nearly as bad as it was when the game came out right on early access.
Oh,
bro. I have
God, yeah.
Early access.
nightmares
That's-
about Bard speed boosting
Yeah.
his entire team to 450. I can't sleep at night sometimes.
I think
You know
like
what I mean?
I think back on that and like we went through it and survived. It's like it's hopefully never going to be that bad again. So if like new players or solo players, their experience is like a million times better than like my solo experience when I first started playing Dark and Darker, and then after like that when it first launched, early access, probably the worst new player
Oh, he's
experience
coming,
game's
Rod.
ever seen.
He's coming
so
on the other side.
I think we've come a long way from that, which is nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. And then there's a silly part to this question. When will you 3 stream playing each other's main classes? So like someone plays.
Each other's
Oh.
mains.
Yeah. So Soapy
we
can play Bard. Yep.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Well, then who do you play?
I can play
I'm
Ranger.
playing
That's
Bard.
fine. I'll play Ranger.
What? No,
I play fighter.
I never, ever see Ryan play Ranger ever.
Yeah.
You basically play a plated fucking Ranger every day.
I know. That's what I was like. That's good. I'll take that one. No, I can play Bard. I haven't played Bard. I made Bard videos way back in a while.
Yeah, so
We'll
you
have to do
yeah,
that
you'd
sometime.
be- Well, we can even do it
Next
tonight, even
podcast.
just a game or two.
We're doing
We
some
can do
questing
it tonight. Oh,
I
Well,
got
let me
some
see
gear.
where-
Sure.
let me see where my quest is at. Let's see. I need 2 more Mace Men. So if we could do 1 more Abyss game, and then we can try out me on Fighter and whatever else.
I have to switch.
Damn.
Shit. Oh god, does it kick me out if I switch characters?
I can only do like 30-ish, 40-ish more minutes tonight. Heads up.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Super early tomorrow.
Perfect. Yeah, we do this and then the different classes, and then we're good.
Hell yeah.
Alright, I fucked up. Trying to turn in a quest and I need lanterns. Alright.
Wait, you need lanterns for?
I
you
got
probably
it,
mean
yeah.
oil.
Oil
I'm
lanterns,
an
yeah.
oil, right? Okay, good.
Yep. It'd be hilarious to see you guys doing naked solo self-found as other classes. Yeah, we could do that. Why not? I used to be quite the Bard player for like a day or 2. When Bard first came out, everyone picked Warlock, right? Because remember that time where you could only pick one or the other with your shards? Or you had to pay for the
Oh
class?
my!
Yeah. So
Yeah.
everyone picked Warlock because it was like the new shiny thing, and Bard had been in the game and was like kind of bad at the time. So I picked Bard because I was like, well, no one's gonna be playing Bard, so I just want to see what all this new shit looks crazy. And then Bard just became like ungodly broken, and then everyone was paying to play Bard. It was crazy.
And dude, I don't know
was
if you guys
crazy.
remember this. Everyone said that Bard was bad in solos for so long.
Yeah.
For so
Oh god,
long.
yeah.
Listen. I ain't saying that it's the exact same, but I feel like it's a little bit of like what's going on with the Cleric. Not exactly, not 1 for 1,
Mhm.
okay? But like everyone was like, "Oh yeah, Bard sucks solo,"
Yeah.
but like really, that was not the case at all.
Are you guys gearing down at all? Because I got like 80
Oh
years
yes,
score.
I just went back to 24
Why?
or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to drop some stuff. Okay. I had a bunch of quest rewards and like stuff I picked up. There we go. Alright. Yeah, no, that was crazy. I remember playing Bard and I was talking to like, I think it was like Arcane Armor and a few other people that were trying it, and they're like, this shit is crazy. Like, I remember being in the Discord, like, we used to watch a ton of Jay and be a part of his chat all the time, and I was like, Jay, you need to get someone on your team with Bard. Seriously. It's just insane. And no one was really believing it. Everyone was going with Warlock. It was like 3 or 4 days, and then it was just like the Bard pandemic. Like, everyone learned about all the stuff you could do, and it was just like, once Jay was running it, everyone was running it. I was like, holy shit. But I was playing it like really early. I played it like day 1 because I was like, no, I'm gonna play Bard because I want to see what else is out there. Warlock looked amazing, but Bard had a ton of additions. So we've come a long way.
That we have, yeah. I saw a comment recently, actually.
What the hell is that?
It's kind of bad to point out like a negative or toxic comment about
the fact
the
that this game is any good because of its influences from government-funded propaganda, gun porn, PvP, time sinks, slop, Tarkov is lunacy.
That's what his comment was.
Man, you need to go.
And of course, it was during like the dungeon bar.
Relax, walk through the field,
and whatever. So
yeah, he said pieces of Timothy from the grass on your lawn, and just
play for 6 months.
Chew on it a bit.
That's the only
and
thing
think a little.
And I'm like, what? Like, hasn't Ice Caves been like 5 or?
Calm down a little.
How long has Ice Caves even been in the game? Actually, now that I think about it, before I say that.
I find that a weird connection.
Since
I don't know how we've gone from like Dark and Darker to gun porn and propaganda and Tarkov.
November?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so like
not a fan of the Russian government. I don't think there's a lot of people
is that wrong? I might be way off.
Fans of the Russian government.
Maybe he is right. No, he can't be right. He can't be right.
That's a wild connection. I know Spud made that connection with
but
his Tarkov video, and I thought it was a little.
I felt like that one was a little bit like, I don't know. To me, like the game.
I prefer just to play the game and not get like super political. I guess I don't know.
Ice Caves was end of January. Okay, thank God.
Oh, end of January.
Because
it's somewhat true. Yeah, it's somewhat. There's truths in there, right?
Okay, end of January. Yeah. So if you don't like include like a whole new map with like 2 like divisions, new items, a new class, a bunch of changes, like the way that the core game. Holy shit! You know what we didn't even talk about? Dude, he said that the new SDF said the new matchmaking is like almost done.
Wait, so like
even like
the lobby system that. Wait,
what?
SDF said that today?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed that.
It is almost done.
Matchmaking.
Yeah. So like, what the fuck is that gonna be?
Like, is that where they're gonna like amalgamate everyone together at the end of for Abyss and stuff?
No, I think it's like supposed to be like matchmaking, like. In terms of like who it matches you with at the start of the game, which if there's skill-based matchmaking in this game, that is going to absolutely create a bad.
Can we do it for like a week? Can we do it for like a week? Like, can we try skill-based matchmaking for a week? I think it'd be kind of funny, but.
Okay,
it would be like
we can try it, but okay.
All the gear checker cleric guys would be in there like beating each other up, and it'd just be like who can. Like, who can each other faster, you know?
So, so most of the time what happens in games with skill-based matchmaking is people tend to not like to fight each other. Like, because it's like a 50-50 chance that you win or lose. Nobody likes those odds. Yeah. If you tie a 50-50 win rate, like you're fighting people on your skill level all the time, it's going to create a situation where you're going to have every PvP fight that you could take is going to be your last in an extraction-based game. So it's like, why would you ever fight? If you're going to lose everything that you went into that match with, everybody is going to, you could say like, okay, sure. They're like super, like they're super kitted. They're super good. You're in for like a great fight. Sure. That's not how I think most people's brains work though. I think like most people don't want to lose their progress. With like just because they took one fight against someone who's as good as them. I think it actually goes back to the exact problem that
Battle.net's amazing, man.
Force team, and that was the fact that like, what did Grayson say, Wilson? I think you quoted it the other day. Like a lot of the game's issues come from the fact that like everyone you fight is like a turbo nerd basically.
Yeah,
that's
basically,
technology, but
yeah.
So that the game would go back to feeling like it did, when everyone you fought was just like a turbo dark and darker nerd. You know, that like that's what the game would feel like, just that with full lobbies. So some people would regard that as being a really good thing in the game, but I think the majority of players would not. I think I could be wrong on that one.
No, I wouldn't want skill-based matchmaking.
Well, I think we have that opinion because we're, I would say, in the upper bracket of Dark and Darker. Like, there's people who
Yeah, true.
like win 1 in like 36
That's
fights.
true. That's kind of you to say that about me. That's good.
Yeah.
As a fighter player, that Wilson is in the upper bracket.
Yeah, I do feel that. I know there is like levels of bias there, but the problem is like I don't know if doing that fixes it, because people will just smurf extremely hard. Like there's no denying it.
I don't know,
in a
Babs.
game where you could get all the gear in the world if you just make a new guy or whatever, especially if it's free to play. It's just going to lead to like insane smurfing. Because people smurf in games when there's no like reward.
Holy
Shit, there's no reward of like gear or progression. So if there is, it's going to be bad. I don't know. Oh yeah, also the one.
Maybe I'll kill this guy with halberd. Like, I'm not sure.
Oh, I believe in it.
Oh my god, it's tough.
I'll help.
I just don't know if I can swing fast enough to get away from his hits. Brutal, honestly.
The other thing that I was thinking that they could try with Arena that I feel like would be like a little interesting is like, what if they made Arena like a gauntlet of I'm trying to think of like, I don't know what I would use to like compare it to make the example make more sense, but it's like the last man standing,
like in
more
buffs.
than
oh yeah,
necessarily like you queue up with like a trio. Fuck, how do I word this? I'm wording it terribly, but it kind of made more sense when I explained it last. So like it's how long you can survive. So you just keep queuing and you keep amassing the
like
gear
Arena?
that you get from
well, I
Arena.
guess some people say like yeah.
So it like you face
horde
people who
mode.
Also haven't died. You know what I mean?
Horde mode. Okay.
Yeah. So the longer you last, the better and more geared players that you'll fight. And you just see how long you can last against people.
This thing needs to die, man.
Fucking thing not dead.
Oh, I just body blocked you and got you right in the shoulder.
Got him.
Not the Yeti, man.
A horde mode.
Yes,
That'd be
like
kinda cool.
Trials and Destiny. Although I think Destiny's kind of a shit game. No offense, but other than that,
Horde mode.
the Trials mode from Destiny, yeah. It's like a how long can you last? Battle of the fittest type shit.
I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool. I think that's like when Soma and like Jay and them talk about like their raid they want. It's kind of the way I see that raid happening. Like someone was describing like this thing where it's like everyone queues in and it's like this crazy, like almost like a labyrinth of like stuff, and like there's potential spots where you could meet another team or go further into the raid. Like it was crazy. Some wild ideas, and it's like it almost seems like a PvE extravaganza, and then like there's a few chances to fight other teams doing the same thing. Maybe, I don't know.
I just don't want Arena to be a gear diff arena. I just really don't want people to gear. So many people in this game get carried by gear. And then there's also people that get carried in a trio too. So it's like that's why there's a part of me that wants it to not be trios and not have gear diffing.
You're just trying to like, you just really want to force those guys with the egos out, aren't you?
I want a lot of these
Expose
players
them.
who think they're good at the game to know they're not. I'll just say it, bro. I'll just say it. Promos said it, dude. I wish I could remember his exact terminology, but he worded it so well.
He was like real cranky that day, and he was just like, so many fucking people think they're something because of this game, and they're nobody. Basically.
Yeah.
Promo's out there grinding like professional Apex or something.
Yeah, like he's actually good at games. Yeah, like you know what I mean. But I think you can tell that some people, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this, but some people like the only game they've ever been good at is Dark and Darker, and the reason they're good is because of the gear diffing. Right? I'm not saying like they're good mechanically. It's like they haven't been like top 1% in another game. They just play this game all day, every day, so they just amass wealth and own everybody. But
Yeah.
I think it's fine to like admit you're like. I mean, a lot of people just like. I guess it is just an ego thing. It's like I don't have that kind of ego to say that I'm like. Even if I was like #1 on the kill leaderboard or whatever or something, like I don't know if I could. It'd just be like, you know what? There's probably a guy better at this game than me, but he just doesn't play HR or whatever, right? Like, there's always people like really good at the game that just maybe not even playing this game yet because they're not arena gamers yet or something. But
man,
That's
you really
never-
don't want people to know like what you're like off stream, do you?
yeah, I
This
know
guy's
exactly.
crazy off stream.
Yeah, I just think like it always surprises me how like fearful people are of saying like they made mistakes or they're kind of bad or they're not goated or whatever you want to say, right? Like it's okay to be like average at Dark and Darker or like above average or whatever it is or like really good. Like you'll have your moments and just like thrive in those moments, but like I just think it's a really weird take to be like I'm the absolute best supreme and like real toxic about it and it's Dark and Darker. Like what? Weird. Like if you're like the best League of Legends player that has like a professional like esports league and stuff and like you're winning like fucking giants amount of prize money, like sure, say you're the best player. Like you earned it that year, you know? Dark and Darker, it's like is it ever gonna be that? I don't think so.
I hope not. Oh god. Could you
Yeah.
imagine like a tournament of that caliber, but it's just like I don't know, gear checking in a 2x2 module.
Yeah,
End
and
of
people
the
like
life, everybody
people taking
brings
their
their
headset
best
off on land, like shouting at each other across the room, like "Get shit on, bitch!" Like the old COD tournaments, you know?
It's like such
Yeah.
like
That
in
yeah,
comparison to those other esports.
my
it's like
Bis
slow
Lightfoot's
gameplay.
fuck you, you know? The old COD lobbies. Never watched a lot of like the pro COD scene, but it looked a little toxic.
Oh man, you should have seen the Gears Pro scene. It was
Halo
worse.
3, Gears. I feel like Gears. Yeah, Gears has got that
It was
grunge
bad.
about it.
Oh
Yeah,
Whole
geez.
bit of grunge.
it was bad. I would actually say at times like straight pathetic. It was kind of like bad to be affiliated with it.
Man,
Some of the shit people would say. It's just
Did
like
you ever have, like,
know, this
people
shit.
shouting at you like stupid shit. Like was this like over?
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh, okay, crazy. Pretty cool.
But like okay, here's the problem, right? Okay, I'm not like gamers like try to talk shit, but like most of them like they're gamers. like like you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna get intimidated by like a guy who's like voice cracks as he like calls me a pussy. like you know what I mean? Like I don't know how else to word that without to sound weird. But, yeah.
So like, did you saw pretty extreme levels of like toxicity, obviously, right?
Oh yeah, like
Person?
people even would drop like F bombs and stuff like not
Mhm.
fuck,
Oh,
like
yeah.
at a tournament. Yeah.
And would they have like sponsors and stuff, or would they just be like,
No, it's Gears of War, bro. Nobody gives a fuck.
no one really? Yeah.
Maybe like Gears of War like 3-ish, but like more like 4
Thanks,
and later,
Babs.
and people started to care about.
So like, what would have been like the were people like traveling to these tournaments? Like, would you be making like
Yeah.
enough money to like pay for like some shit to like actually be like? Did all these guys have like other jobs too, or like? You know?
Yeah, and like most of the Gears tournaments, like just to be clear, like we're all like crowdfunded and not like supported by the game itself. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
yeah.
like all the tournaments were small. That's why like there's no point of like saying like even at that time someone was like the best player. It didn't really like amount to like anything and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody was the highest earning like Gears 3 player, they made like $2,000 or something. Like what I mean?
Damn. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So technically, like the highest earning darker players from my fucking tournaments earned more
Yeah,
money than
That's
fucking
wild.
Gears,
But I mean,
you know what
inflation. Like you're getting up there in age. So like a while ago, when you were doing this stuff, probably like $2,000 probably worth like 100,000 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. That's pretty cool though. Just picturing like it's one game I never really got into was Gears. Like never really. I think I played like one or two of the stories in them, and then I remember watching it thinking like, this shit's making me motion sick.
Oh, yeah, the
Um,
wall bouncing.
The wall bouncing was just like a little bit much for me to like look at and think like, whoa. After, like I played Halo 3, right? So
Yeah.
very, very
it
like.
got even like more intense too. I need 2 mace men kills. 2.
All right,
2 macemen. Oh, it's
Alright.
easy right here.
Bring 'em in.
Somewhere over here. Oh, I
Huh.
didn't know when to go his foot actually.
Oh, do you?
Oh, there's one right there.
I'll not run like a scared little girl this time.
Yeah, let's one at a time. Yeah, so actually, someone in your chat asked like a really interesting topic, Brian, and it's like, is the he's back on you, Ryan.
Oh,
Is the sub 25 the highest form of skill expression? And like I would say yes, but the problem
You're fighting a lot
is
of
that
new
no one
players.
good actually plays
Yeah.
it. Like,
yeah.
but yeah, I would say so. It's just like,
Yeah.
you know, it's just no one good plays it. All the good players play in high gear because they like, you know, they don't die, so they just amass gear. It's like a natural path. But yeah, but I don't know if necessarily like under 25 is like the because I think
sweet
there
spot
should
either.
be room for players to like build.
Yeah. And like there's a bit of strategy to building a good
Yeah.
kit. Like
Yeah.
if there's enough build diversity, that's when like I think some of the strategy part comes into it. Like you're making decisions that will make you good against certain classes or whatever, or like, you know, counter matchups and stuff. You're trying to win. Like it becomes a little cool.
I will say though, it does like give a lot of preference towards like fighter, barb, and I'd say to an extent probably like ranger and cleric.
Oh yeah.
Like wizard definitely is kind of like you need like gear to make that class effective.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So-
dude. When I rock windless recurve and under 25s, like if I just hit the recurve, like they're just like dead a lot of the times. Even if it's a
Yeah.
guy in like PDR or something.
I mean,
yeah.
I could be the best sub 25 player in this game has ever seen by playing Slayer Fighter. Because the stats,
Yeah.
just the difference in stats on certain things, like that's why I think like green's a really good spot. Honestly, sub 125 maybe it, if everyone's min max, just because like there are certain setups that are just like right off the press very strong. Like Slayer Fighter with 8 weapon damage or something if you're using the Skelly skin, kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So there's that. But no, I know what they're saying. Like. You take gear out of the equation, things become a little bit more, stabilized. It's more about what decisions you make with your weapons or skills, or if you're comfortable with weapons or move speed. You kill your 2, did you? You're gonna kill a 3rd just to be sure.
Actually, don't know.
Got my Wendigo's
I think
foot
I did.
somehow. It's the
You got it?
luckiest pull. Oh,
Holy shit. That's so crazy.
This guy's going crazy.
I haven't even
The
thought about doing
nightmare
the side
ice
quest.
mobs, if you have a squire kit, are just like fucking
Impossible. Yeah.
They don't feel great. And it, like, not that that's a bad thing. Like they just fuck they're fucking hard.
Rogue
with
is
a
painful sub
shitty
25
kit.
unless you landmine, yeah. Rogue does really benefit from that playstyle. That's the thing.
What do you
Like,
guys-
a lot of people want rogue changes. Go ahead, Ryan.
Oh no, I was gonna say, what is like the most balanced bracket you guys think, or like
Oh fuck! Wow.
like the most balanced tier of gear? I'd say.
I really like greens just because you can get 1 stat roll on your rings, you know. I think green is like perfect. Green weapons.
So you mean like under 125? Then is what you're.
Well, actually, if
That's
you
what
go
you'd
full greens, I think it even puts you over 125.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but, like
I
if
think
you
I'll
could
get
only,
gear.
if they were gonna go back to like the days of like blue gear cap, I think green gear cap would be like more healthy.
Okay, yeah. So many people used to talk about that, like that they should change normals to allow
Green gear.
greens.
Yeah, this doesn't really allow all greens, you know. Like if I take 2 weapons, I'm capped. I'm pretty much capped out on fighter.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. So, yeah, so your ideal game is everybody having like, you know, some rings, an
Yeah.
amulet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really weird for me
I
to
see
pick up
that.
like a green pair of boots and be like, oh, I'm in the 125 plus now. And it's like, I have my 2 weapons and a green pair of boots. Like, I'm gonna get absolutely shit on in those lobbies. Like, horribly shit on. But, I mean, this is the whole problem once they start breaking it up. Like, everyone was min-max. And like I said, it's easier to min-max on a rogue or certain classes that only... If you just take one weapon, and then, like, True Fizz rings or something.
Yeah, you know, it'd be a little interesting if, like, what if Arena was green cap?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think they should do something like that for Arena. I don't think Arena should just be bringing whatever you want. It's gotta be, like... It's gotta be somewhat stabilized, or else it's just gonna be really silly. Like, we're gonna go in there and fight people in greens, and we're wearing legendaries. Like, I just don't think that would make any sense at all. It's like the fight's over before it's even started. Judging if it's like a fight scenario, I don't really know what the scenario is, but I think greens would be great. I think blue would be good. I think blue would be a little crazy, but I think it'd still be very good. I think purple becomes like, if you're a rich guy with purples, it's much different than a poor guy with purples. You know, if you can buy greens and not be a rich guy. But purples with like good stat rolls on all 3 rolls is like insanely expensive. So that's why I say
purples become
greens.
like roll dependent. Like greens, the rolls aren't as impactful. Like now that I don't know, like +1 damage on rings, it doesn't go as far as it once did.
Yeah, I was thinking about that
In
today.
gear.
It's a little weird that additional damage even still exists. It's like, what's the point of running that over true?
Yeah.
It's like you can stack 1, like you can stack like 3, like necklace, like your gloves, I think, and then your ring. So like 4 additional physical. But like, wouldn't you just be? Everyone's just buying additional true, right? So, the real Giga Sweats.
Yeah, I mean like compounds with like attack speed or like action speed, so that's when it becomes dangerous. But
okay.
yeah,
So
and
there are,
greens you
a
can't
few
like build that up as much.
What's this little guy? Frost Imp. Magic power necklace. Hope he's ordering some food. Probably sushi or lobster or something.
Lobster sushi.
Lobster.
I've never had lobster before, actually.
It's crazy. That's just absurd, honestly. I get it like a couple times a year just to say I did. I'm a big fan of lobster though. If I could afford more of it, why not? Gold
So, like, what is
boil.
it? Does it taste like crab or like what?
No, lobster's pretty unique. It's kind of rich tasting. A little bit of lobster with melted butter. Oof. That was hard. Honestly, part of the experience with lobster is like just tackling the thing. You know, like, oh.
There's a 2 random dudes here.
Oh my! Okay, now Jesus Christ, what a jump scare! Okay, I see what you meant by heads up.
Oh, Ryan just so casual about it. I was just like, oh, what's he talking about? Is there a mob we pulled or something?
Oh my! That actually made me jump. Jesus.
I was gonna see what they're gonna do.
Oh my God, man.
I have a raider system in arena that
I'll avenge you
in a
guys.
free for all. Yeah,
Try to res their
I
friend.
think I'd enjoy that more. People paying 1K for an OK roll and a green chest piece. Yeah. But maybe it's like what if it's like, what if there's like actual like, what if your squire, like let's say your squire can go up to like greens or something, and that's your arena build. Like you pick your squire gear and you go in there. So like, let's say like you can't see your stat rolls on your greens until you're in the game. Wouldn't that be crazy? Like a bit, it'd be nuts. Like you squire up, so you're like, okay, I want to use halberd this game, but I don't like. I know someone's mentioning, Babs is in chat's mentioning like people paying like absurd prices for those min max like pieces. So if it was like greens only, like everyone would be paying like 1K for a roll on a green chest piece or something, right?
Yeah.
So if they do that, it's kind of weird. But what if it's just like, random? Like you pick all your stuff, it's all green, and you have like your base kit, and it's just like, well, good luck. Hopefully you roll the stuff you want. I don't know. Kind of wild. I just don't know how they bracket it so like people don't just like the market doesn't get completely fucked. People trying to min-max, and also people don't just get gear checked every time they go in there.
That is kind of tough. Yeah, I always forget that. Like, whenever they do the colored bracketing system, it just
Blue
turns into
gear,
a
yeah.
mess.
Yep. It was fun. It was better than running into like purple and legendary like amazing rolled gear, but it made the blues worth more than purples, which is kind of crazy. So like no one was using purples in the upper lobbies. They were all using like uniques and legendaries, and really good rolled purples. Yeah, fuck them up. These guys are all running halberd. I don't understand that. A little weird going on here.
Oh!
They surprised the shit out of me. I did hit him in the face. Oh, you almost killed him. Oh, wow. 8 HP. Huh.
Oh yeah.
Hope he's got his quest done, so that's good.
Yeah. All right, we're playing one game on each other's classes, right? Like
All right.
that's-
I'm dead. I'm dead.
I thought, do I even have a bard? Oh god, I do. Level
Oh
1
god,
bard.
I have nothing. I have nothing. I'm level 3.
Alright, alright.
I'm
What,
level
what perk
50.
do I even take?
What do you
bro?
recommend, Ryan?
Dude,
Hmm.
honestly, wait, you're doing bard, right?
Yeah, I usually do 5 song because I'm lazy. And then I take dissonance. And I take dissonance. Yeah, here we go. It's already set up for me. Perfect. I don't need all the songs. You guys don't need all that shit, do you?
No, no.
What perk do I take as a fucking level 3 fighter?
You
I
can
think
take weapon
sword
mastery and run
mastery.
bow.
I feel like if I run a bow, it's like cheating, right? It's like not like, you know. I gotta
I
go
honestly
sword
run
and
sword and shield.
shield.
Go like sword mastery. Fuck it.
Okay.
I'll take rapier mastery. That sounds like a good one. But honestly, I don't have the knowledge to even like play all these songs, do I? Right. Forgot about this. So what's the point of running like 10 spell if you have no knowledge? I think this works.
Just works.
What do we want? What do we want? We want Accelerando, Beats. Anarch Discord we definitely don't want. We probably want Shriek. Allegro. Action Speed. Accelerando. Okay, so I'll give you guys Ballad of Courage. What's that?
Hell yeah.
That is a solo buff, but it is a good one.
That's dumb. What? When does Bard have solo buffs that take that long? Does it... Oh, Harmonic Shield will give you guys something, right?
Yeah. I mean, in this low armor though, you could
Yeah.
put that lower on the
I'll go
song
Allegro.
priority.
Let's do that. Oh, remember, I only have 5. I'm already capped here, so... Peacemaking we don't want. Why do I feel like all the drum songs are just like... You need them. The performer gains action speed. Man, some of these are just like, yeah, they're just solo songs.
Yeah, a lot of the
Weird.
bard songs, like a lot of the long form buffs are just
Yeah,
gonna be
they're
solo buffs.
ones, aren't they? I can give you guys all attributes, and I can give you move speed, basically, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Those two alone though are so nice.
Are we doing
I think
maybe
Goblin
Goblin
would
or
be
something?
really fun.
Goblin? It is. Yeah. Coming up. Harmonic Shield is like a 2-hour-long song. Yeah, it takes a while to play that shit. Let's see Weasel over on YouTube. First chatter in like an hour. Jesus.
All right, about to play the easiest fucking low skill floor,
Yep.
boring.
Oh
ass
yeah.
class.
You know what everyone's gonna think when they look at you? Look at this guy who sucks at the game. That's how everyone looks at fighter class. Just be ready for it.
All right.
What would you? Oh man, this might be too long of a question, but what's like the tier list right now for you guys?
Oh God.
Starting
that
at the
too
bottom, I think it's Wizard and Fighter at the bottom, like on the road.
At the
here.
bottom?
Yep.
You think fighter's tied with wizard?
I think it's pretty close right now.
So that'd be
I don't
like
know
D
if I'd
tier.
say all
Wizard a little bit below Fighter for sure, but I think it goes like Wizard, fighter, and then I would say barbarian, maybe. Like from the bottom up, I'd say barbarian just because like there's so many classes that have projectiles that really hurt barbs.
Keep in mind, barbarian requires no skill.
Yeah. But they'll just die to like. I was watching clerics like. I was watching barbarian today a bit, and it was like just dying to clerics. You just get DPS checked and PDR checked.
Oh, cramped.
So you're saying wizard D tier, fighter C tier, or fighter also D tier?
I put fighter C.
And then barbarian C?
No, it
Like
can
in
be
line
B.
with fighter? B tier?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wear a fucking helmet.
Interesting.
Okay, here's some old shoes. I don't know why you got your bare grippers out, but
I'm freshy, man. That shit. I haven't even looked at the squire. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna play music the whole time because I don't know which songs.
okay, we need some fucking loot, boys. We need some loot.
Yeah, I think barbarian's stronger than fighter right now. For sure. It does what it needs to do better. Put it that way.
So barbarian B, fighter C, wizard D, ranger.
Yeah, I put
I guess-
ranger. What else? There's bard and warlock, right?
Bard, warlock, ranger, druid, and
Oh, Aggie.
cleric.
I'm scared to put like something else in a tier with barb because I don't think barb's that great. Maybe. I think ranger and like barb would probably be close, wouldn't they?
I can see that.
Ranger does its
barb.
thing very well. Barb does its thing very well, but I think in terms of like power level, are they like huge standouts right now?
It's so hard to do a tier list because, like, is this players of average skill level? Is
Yeah,
this players
and,
above average? Is this geared? Is this ungeared? Is it solos, duos, trios? Like, man, like there's just.
I would say solos, but max gear, max player skill.
Oh my god.
Oh, whoa, well that I wouldn't even say cleric is S tier if we're talking about maximum skill level. Personally.
Oh, dude, I got a helmet for you, but I forgot the lizard.
Oh, what?
That's a souvenir helmet.
Where are my better boots?
Yeah, I don't. Oh, fuck. Oh, I think there's some boots in there somewhere. Maybe in the chest or on the mod.
Oh, never mind. Here, chat wants to know geared but average. Geared, average skill level, solo.
Alright, yeah. So barb
I
is good.
Yeah, barbarians get
Ranger, I think ranger and barb go in the same one then, just because of the simplicity of barb. But an average ranger player puts a trap down. I don't know, maybe.
I think the average ranger player struggles to fucking do anything. I'm gonna I don't think they're a threat at all. But
What about an average?
above average? Sure.
What about an average geared, average skill level fighter?
I think
what do
they're
they do?
good. Like, I think it's probably about the same as like a ranger. I think.
All right.
Same threat.
Yeah.
I think so.
Fighter has a bit more like staying power and just surviving shit, and ranger just like you make a mistake, you die. All right, maybe they can all go in same tier. Barb, ranger, fighter. B
Yeah,
tier.
if it's average, yeah, average.
C tier is like definitely wizard, right? So they're at the bottom, and then the tier up is barb, ranger, fighter, and then that's average player scares me with bard. You know, where do we put
Yeah,
bard?
I feel
That's
like it would be
true.
like a
Same.
an A instead of an S.
An A, okay, yeah.
Same with like. Oh fuck. I don't know. Sometimes I even feel like. Oh man. I don't even know. I'm gonna say I can't remember the last time that I saw like a mechanically impressive barbarian player, like in raid, I don't know the last time.
Yeah,
I saw that.
they do what clerics are doing now, which is just like hold W at you,
Yeah.
and then it's just a stat
They're
check,
always
right?
stupid too. Like they're always kind of dumb.
Yeah. So Bard is slightly above, so Warlock would probably be slightly above with Bard, right? A tier. And then What's the last class? So we're missing a class, right? Warlock.
Rogue.
Rogue. Oh.
I do think the average rogue, just because they hit the funny little button, I think that
Yeah.
makes them a threat.
Oh, Soapy, look what I found. Actually, this is mine. You, actually, no, it's mine.
Wait, what? What'd you get?
Never mind, nothing. I got nothing. I may need to borrow some arrows.
Do I need to pull up the stream? Oh,
Right.
that's fine. Yeah, sure. I have arrows. Sure.
It's a 1 weapon damage. Blue survival bow. It's nice. Where'd you put these?
Yeah. Here, I got some arrows
Might
for
have
you,
hurt
brother.
people. We need to kill some people, man. Wait, am I giving you arrows? I mean, no, I don't need it.
Oh wait, oh my god, I just went to Soapy. It's just like, I don't have it.
Bunch of idiots.
Oh, you're back here.
The old fighter brain's kicking in. I see it.
Oh, look at this bard.
Playing my
We
music.
gotta get involved here. Yeah, oh, dude, I feel like I need more time to think about that.
It's a
tier
tough
list.
question, yeah. There's a lot going on.
I think Cleric's obviously the easiest one to play right now. Highest reward, like.
Yeah, sure.
So that's S tier, right? That's the top. And then we said right under them was gonna be Warlock and Bard. So, oh,
Druid and Rogue.
Druid. Okay, Druid.
Oh yeah.
Average
good.
skill player, average gear. I would say it's probably S tier. I'd say it's probably S tier, just for like surviving and like you can just do whatever you want as Druid. You want to go fight that guy? Go fight that guy. You want to fly across the room as chicken and get away? Fly across the room as chicken and get away. You know, panther form somewhere. You know?
I would say B or A for the average Druid. The average
Yeah.
Druid's not door teching.
All right, I'll put
It's
them
not
in
chicken
A.
panther.
They're not S tier.
Yeah.
They're just going full strength bear form. Yeah. Oh, rapier upgrade. Okay, where are all these
How is
losers
everybody?
at? Yeah.
There's actually been a lot of brawling and shit.
Yeah.
So many things to think about on this class, right? I don't just get to swing my weapon and stuff. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I got like no fucking buffs, man. Our bard is just.
I forgot. I always forget I have distance on. So when the time comes, it's probably not gonna happen. There's gotta be people in the big room here. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
That or they're back at fucking troll.
That's true.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to be troll.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go troll.
I will speed buff you. Second podcast in the corner of the map while the rest of the lobby plays the game. Yeah, we're just like in here yapping, playing the game. Yep. I don't know. Yeah, I think average player can really get a lot of the Cleric right now, so they're definitely top. Druid though, I mean, sometimes I look at strength, like form Druid, and think that looks pretty straightforward. Okay, wait a second here. Babs just said
But their
never answered the
spacing is
second
so
part of my
bad.
question. Pretty sure I answered the second part of your question. This was not part of it. Okay. Kill, marry, kiss. Soapy and Ryan.
We do this every
And an
podcast.
average Canadian woman.
Every
my
podcast that
God.
question comes up.
I don't know about the kiss part, though. I thought there was a kill in there. Like, why do we have to kiss each other? I'll
It's like
kiss
a
the
post-podcast
I'll
thing.
kiss the average Canadian woman. That seems like an easy one. Guess I'm not kissing another guy.
No balls.
No
No
balls.
balls
Straight.
in this guy.
Alright, we're gonna find COD Ranger.
Everybody.
What I mean, bear is straightforward. I
We
just mean
got
like sometimes
by,
people just build strength and they
southeast.
just like they're always
Yeah,
in
you guys
bear
play
form.
this map. Where the fuck?
Obviously, there's a lot more to it. If
Usually
you're
it's just
against,
the
like, good
middle room.
players,
This is like
but
the brawling area.
I feel like sometimes they can find success with like bear form
Mobs are alive everywhere.
more so than panther or whatever. I've already said this before. Yeah, we'd marry Ryan.
Damn, too
He'd
hot.
probably want some. He'd probably want some like chill wedding, like no lot going on. Hope he wants some big extravagant thing.
Yeah. Okay, what makes you think that? What makes you think that I'm high maintenance?
I mean,
what makes you think that?
I mean, we did talk about coffee yesterday, and you're like, yeah, well, in the summer it has to be cold, and it's like,
Okay, yeah, that's not high maintenance.
It's just like, I mean,
Like if I was like, yeah, I like a grande frappuccino with a bunch of fucking double shot fucking
True.
I
espresso,
don't
yeah.
know. Yeah,
Cold
sure,
coffee.
but-
I could get around some cold coffee on a hot day.
Oh, players,
Hmm.
players out. Dude, I just put like some fucking whole milk in my coffee.
All right.
Man.
Okay. Still, you're not selling me enough. The shawarma and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I buy that myself. I mean, I'm a strong, independent man. Oh,
Well, there's actually like more than one player, or is just one guy over here?
it might have been one fucking guy. Actually, I think
It's a
it was
torch
one
over here.
guy.
Oh.
Two people. They just died to two
Died
guys.
to
Just died to
gobbles.
Oh no. They heard the
You have time to
noise.
play another Ryan. I feel like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
we gotta
like
get another one. This one didn't count.
I even pre-buffed and everything. Jesus.
Oh, this dude's just like
Oh.
AFK.
I need my kill. Oh, I need that longsword. I need it.
Oh my god, did they just triple parry us?
Let me handle this guy, Wilson.
He doesn't know how he's doing it. He doesn't know what he's doing. We're teaching him. Look. Yeah, swing the weapon, buddy. All right.
All right, I got this. I got this.
Okay, I poked him. Okay,
I need
you
to
go
show my melee prowess.
ahead. Yeah, get him.
Oh.
Oh,
See? Melee is too easy, bro.
Send in the lizard. Oh my
Okay, I actually do. I
God.
need his longsword though. I need his longsword.
He's at the bottom. Oh.
Oh my god, it takes a fucking hour to loot his body.
It
Fuck.
does, yep. It's gonna hurt solos so much. Oh. I was seeing it on trios and thinking, oh, that's a good change. Like, people can't just run up and loot people's bodies and, like, sneak in and out of combat and stuff. Like, basically, it's a nerf to, like, stream snipers and rat rogues. But
It
in
makes
solos,
sense, but, like-
solos, it's gonna slow things down so much. It's gonna be so frustrating when you're, like, trying to pull some meds off a body, seconds away from getting third-partied, and you have to sit there like an idiot fondling the body for, like, a minute. Like, ah. It's just, like, it's gonna make it so much harder to get, like, to get a kill, move on, and be successful, you know? It's gonna suck for bossing, too. Nice. You already got it. You just reposted an arrow.
Yep. Try again. 100% right.
Why in the world is Fighters C tier? It's just like I think every matchup it struggles, honestly. Like, your counter to Rangers play plate, and then you, like, die to other stuff.
dude, imagine we could get that off in like combat. You spin around real quick, I just like windlass your longsword.
Did you see the clip from Suki on Reddit where his
Oh,
buddy throws
yeah,
the glove
yeah,
and then
yeah.
he parries? Yeah, that's
That
cool.
is such a good clip.
Wait. So, wait a second. You guys saying killing bosses is like 45 seconds? Or
Hmm?
like the new
What's that?
interaction changes? Someone said it's like sucks on bosses too. I don't know what that means.
No, there's no way.
Oh, maybe if they like your teammate dies and you gotta grab their gear, kind of.
Oh, yes. But, oh, your
That
teammate
does
doesn't
suck,
change.
yeah.
Yeah, your teammate, it still loots the same as it used to.
Well, I mean,
Oh, it
makes
does?
Def...
Yeah,
Oh wait, you can loot your teammate at the same
just
speed?
as fast as before, yeah.
Ah,
I was gonna say I wouldn't hate it. It just makes death more penalizing, which I think is funny.
Hmm. Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I
forgetting
can't,
chat up there.
like average
YouTube's
player,
been left out.
like who would be an S tier? It would have to be. Fuck, you would have to give it to Cleric right now, right? Like an average player.
I'm assuming it's based off resourcefulness. It makes sense,
I think
right?
so, yeah.
Would anyone else be in there if it's an average player? An average player. I don't even know if I would
think
get like
so.
the Warlock in S if it's an average player.
No. They'll just Hellfire themselves or something, like, or...
Yeah.
There's so much timing, like, with Warlock. Just timing all your shit. Curse, 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 Hydra, curse, back off. Animize, distract, distract, distract. I was watching Foxman yesterday after he killed Sparky. And, yeah, it was pretty cool watching him play Warlock. He's a good player.
I'd still be surprised if people find it like most annoying to fight a ranger though when a fucking warlock exists. Holy fuck, man. That class, it's crazy how like when a warlock is surrounded by mobs and makes a misplay, they either hit the funny little button and phantomize or they just heal off everything. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. That shit's
All right,
nuts.
I gotta set my squire because I didn't have anything in there.
All right.
Just pots, I guess. Poor Bard can't take anything. Boots.
That is kind of weird though, yeah. Like fighting a warlock when there's a bunch of mobs just like crowding the room, it's like when they're strongest. Like you don't want that to happen. You don't want them to be in like a panic situation with a bunch of mobs.
Mm-hmm.
Where they have so much infinite healing and then boom, they phantomize through you. Now the mobs are just smacking you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
crazy, yeah.
It is crazy.
It's fucking nuts.
Warlock is wildly the worst class for both gameplay and watching. Yeah, it seems a little wild. It seems like I tried Warlock for a little while. I'm just like, I don't know if I can get. I just don't know if I like the whole like just like curse of pain, curse of pain, curse of pain, curse of pain, press the button, curse of pain. You know, you're literally just like you're maximizing knowledge and cursing everything that moves. Feels really weird. A lot of weird. It's just weird to me. I can see how some people like it. It's pretty high tempo once you get into those engagements, right? You're literally like just non-stop throwing magic damage around.
Yeah.
Or I feel like
do I use
wizards and
counterattack if I use long sword?
Yeah, you need defense mastery or whatever.
Oh,
or shield
defense
mastery.
mastery.
Shield mastery. So your riposte comes out quick, like lightning
Okay.
fast.
Alright.
That's if you're long swording. Any other... Absolutely no other reason to use that, basically. I mean shielding, but right now no one's shielding. You're gonna go so slow with that shield, you're gonna hate it. Delete all bows, game fixed.
Like I said, shield mastery, sword mastery.
Okay, cool. That's
First two
ones I
perks.
picked, so we're good. Yeah, the one thing I'll say is that I feel like just some people just don't know that others like playing the game differently than them, and a lot of people like playing ranged classes. You know, it's unfortunate. I know we're the scum of the earth, and you know, low T or whatever they might say, but yeah, I don't know. That's how I've always preferred games. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty high
Alright, try
testosterone, so I do use a bow.
Hey Wilson, I'll pair the rapier.
Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead. Try me, bitch. Okay, keep swinging, you know? Keep swinging.
Okay, so you're just gonna cheat or like what?
Oh,
There's your chance. There's your chance, man. I could have brought like I actually could have brought an armory sword if you wanted to try. An armory sword swings into it quite nicely. But I think rapiers are pretty hard because of the impact power. Or maybe I don't know if they're 3 or not. So once we delete like rangers and basically all range damage. All right, here's a question. What do you guys think about like? I think it'd be cool. I always think about like the runes map. Could there be like some sort of like ballista or just something stupid for a day? Can we have like something, something like like? Have you ever played more? I'm stuck. We'll just stuck here. Okay. I don't know why I couldn't see me around.
I did not hear your question.
Something like a. Oh yeah, I'm kind of lagging a bit. Like a ballista or something. You know. You set it up, like you actually build it.
Object in the map that you
you like actually build it, like, but you like you have to interact with all the stuff and put it together or whatever, and it's like, okay, we're building it up here, boys. And then like a team comes around like through the bridge on runes, and like, holy fuck, they built the ballista. just like giant fucking crossbow bolts are being thrown down, like wiping people out. Becomes like a map-wide event for everyone to kill the team on the tower.
It'd be cool, especially if that ballista existed as a dragon map.
Oh.
But yeah, that's not really what you're going for. But
No,
yeah, I mean, I'm not like again, because like I don't think that this game has any right being an esport or whatever. Like I think stuff like that could be fun. It would just be a fucking nightmare for them to balance, I'm sure. Oh, we got a Pavis gamer on the other side of here.
Oh.
What is this?
Hold.
Okay, no, this guy's weird. This guy. Ah.
Sorry, I had to ranger diff that guy. They were a threat.
Oh shit.
Hold. You're getting buffed. Okay, I can't hit anything with this rapier. Oh my god, it feels weird.
This guy had to be like a solo. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I just find myself not even wanting to loot a corpse anymore. Oh,
Yeah.
holy shit!
That's the song I was missing. You're welcome, boys. So, pretty much the time the Katie took a legendary windlass. Yeah, basically, yep. Just like a ballista, yeah. I just think it's hilarious. The only reason why I think it's hilarious is because I'm picturing like the horse map on like Mordhau where like ballistas everywhere and you're just like wiping out people on horses.
Oh.
They should add horses.
Yeah,
Horse
I like
form
more like
when-
map elements.
Like
Like
a
make it
horse form.
so Soapy can shoot down a chandelier and it like
Yeah.
does some damage to someone.
Dude, that I am such a big fan of more interactions with the map, man. Oh my god. That's the type of shit that I want. Like
Like you shoot the
more
rope on these
situations-
pulleys.
Like more situations for the player to use the map to
Yeah.
win.
Like what if
Oh my god, I love
like
that
what if
shit.
I could attack the chains on these lifts and then they're broken.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh,
think it'd be
yeah.
fucking great, man. Like,
Like,
I'm such a big fan of like a Indiana Jones fucking boulder just
Oh,
burning
shit.
down
Yeah.
like a wet. Oh my god, I'm a huge
Like Elden Ring, the big boulder on the bridge.
Yep,
And it's like,
Oh my gosh,
hmm.
let's do it.
Alright. What other weird things could they add to the map that like be like, you know, in that theme? Boulder, we got a boulder, we got stuff falling from the roof. Alright, well the really weird one that I think is even wild that's been mentioned is like scabbing in. You know, like
There's a
playing
team in
as
there.
playing as mobs.
Uh-oh.
Whole team in
What do you
there.
guys think of that?
The mob scavs. I think that'd be sick. I mean, I'd definitely like be addicted to trolling people. Just like
It's
body
yeah.
blocking new players.
I feel like it's like perfect for Soapy and Spud. Like that's what they want.
Oh yeah.
Let me play as Yeti Iron
I want
Mace.
V3 in these guys. I'm good.
Oh wait, are they down there now? We found another
already
group.
killed
Oops. Oh,
there's a different
shit.
team. Stuff Cross Pizza, where'd you go? Oh shit, you're way over there.
Oh.
Oh, you're underneath. I see.
Wait, Ryan, you can't help.
Cyclops helped.
Knockback
Oh, let
and
me see
collapse.
it. Fighter v fighter.
Come on, boys.
I'll be the
Cyclops
torch
killed a
bearer.
guy. Oh no.
Oh, that dude had to get hit by the blind. Dude, that Cyclops is
How many needs more cover?
body blocking Soapy.
Oh
Oh.
yeah, it's over. Okay, well. Fuck! I own the
There's another
first
team
guy,
up here.
It doesn't even matter.
You saw, that's what I thought you saw the
the
team over there.
campfire? No.
Yeah, sure. If you want. I like no HP.
Yeah, I'll stay up here just in case. There's a little goober. Little goober looking around up here.
Maps need more cover, boxes, barrels, and other destructible environments, but still allow teams to tactically push. Yeah. I'm interested in this water map. Like, what are we getting in that? Water map?
What do you think they
Yeah,
meant by
I was-
water map, though?
I don't think it's what we. There's no way it's a map filled with water.
Picturing
There's
like,
just-
you
no
know.
way.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
hey there, boys.
Oh, yeah.
I believe in you.
We're coming, gamers.
One guy went into this.
Zooming. Oh, I hear. Oh, he's behind us. Okay.
I'm a little late.
All right.
I thought I could go the other way, but I did not.
All right, get in here, Ranger. What the fuck you doing?
Where's this dude at? Oh, behind us,
Oh.
behind us.
Nice shot. I got one.
Nice.
You're welcome, ranger friend. All right. Where's the last one?
I killed him. Killed both of them. This class is a little too easy.
Just sprint and second wind, man. It's all you do is swing your sword.
I've put down a campfire.
That's so good. Yeah, it's pretty addicting, and then you run into like geared warlocks and stuff and hate yourself. There's data mine stuff regarding the water map. Oh. Really? I think they're gonna add like a swim mechanic. So we can like swim around like Ocarina of Time or something.
Dude, imagine shooting like a Volcut Timmy as he's just like
Swimming in the water.
Oh god, dude.
Oh,
That poor Timmy.
oh no. Oh my god.
Shit. Oh my god.
That'd be so funny. Just the bowl cut like bobbing around. Fuck. Yeah, like the water in the ice cave, like, well, Goblin Caves, it slows you down like insane amount, right? Like the little like
Wait, you mean,
crossover
like
spot.
like the black tar part?
No,
or?
like the crossover like water area, right? So would that be
In
like?
ice caverns?
No, there's one here. I'll find it. Let's see.
Oh, no, yeah, that's a tar. That's a tar. It's like a
Is it
floor.
tar? Oh.
Yeah.
It
It's
gives
like
you a debuff.
underwater, but you know what I mean? But why is it so slow?
They sticky. They spilled all their goblin grease down there.
No. Doesn't make sense.
Little goblin grease. You never collect no goblin grease?
Also, if you want to check your
Game's
damage,
not based in realism, man.
this is where I go. I go in Goblin Caves and I run over here and see how much damage I do sometimes. See? This one's weird though, because I think it has armor, like a little bit. Doesn't hit the same as the other
Wait,
one.
really?
I'm pretty sure it
Oh,
hits a
what the
little
heck?
different, yeah. Sometimes it acts weird. Like third swings don't work, whatever. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to the water. There's gonna be someone in there bobbing their head. See, there's tar under here? Oh yeah, there is tar, I see. I've never noticed that before. I thought it was just like, this is the
Tar.
water. Oh.
Heavy water.
Alright, so you can kind of run around in here. If there's no tar.
Yeah.
I want like
You go
full on
fishing in
like
there.
Zora swim animation. Dolphin diving through the water.
Hey.
That could be a druid class change, right? No fish.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, fish mode
They
druid.
have turtle and penguin, maybe. Huh. I'm thinking like a flooded map like that. I'm just thinking ruins with like the water level raised, like, you know, up. Like you guys know where you mine like the gold ore, like up to that ramp. It's like flush with that level, right? The bridge, like under bridge is flooded. Like the bridge rooms under there is flooded, where the old gold hoard room used to be. All that's flooded. So you just got like a couple main like alleyways where you can like get around. Kind of cool. Obviously fishing location as well.
I think that's coming. Next swipe.
I honestly think like if SDF seems to be like so far it's like he has a vision and I feel like it includes fishing. Like
I like that.
Like he is literally like to this day, like they're always talking about SDF's like taking inspiration from all the games he loves. So if he loves fishing in another game, it's coming to Dark and Darker. Like, I mean, the whole multi-classing thing with all like the loot tokens was because of Slay the Spire, right? And that like randomness and like the addiction of like getting a good run with like your build you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And then
the thing
like
with fishing,
it's crazy.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
The thing with fishing though is like it's like basically just mining, right?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, it's not.
you know, so it's like
exactly.
yeah, it's not gonna be this like crazy like new thing. It's just gonna be pretty
Mhm.
much what mining is. I'll enjoy mining. I don't know
I'm
why.
just picturing like
I
a
enjoy
full luck fishing build. Oh damn.
Oh,
Wait, this guy's not a friend, eh?
I don't think they see us.
oh, his team coming.
I don't know if it's a team or not.
It's just kind of ignoring Wilson's drum throw to the head. No, no, what are you doing? No, that dude was lost.
I don't know. He was fine.
So lost.
Wait, a fellow lycan?
A fellow lycan with the same lycan skin.
Wow.
There can only be one. I apologize. I am the Lycan King. There is no other.
I feel like we might have to play one more. Do you have time for Ryan? Another? Probably not, right?
Oh, if we do it really, I'm down. Yeah, we do one more. It's gonna be an abrupt
You guys are
end
missing out. This
potentially
guy's got some,
partway
like-
through, but
Alright.
I'm down.
Oh,
there's a
team,
wall.
team.
Oh, the hellfire! Oh no, this dude is also lost.
Get him, fighter. 1v1 him.
Oh, I got him.
Repost that shit when he overheads. Come on. Oh, not again.
Everyone jumps down there. They always jump down.
Not again. Oh. Oh. Wait, did you kill him? What happened to him? He cursed himself
casted
to
curse and
death.
just died.
All takes so long.
It does. Just imagine solos, like you're getting pushed by somebody, you know, like it's gonna feel so bad. Like the mobility classes once again are just gonna reign supreme, in my opinion.
You see how much quicker Ryan looted him as well, because the resourcefulness.
Yeah.
So if you're a class with no resourcefulness,
Yep.
it's gonna be
Basically,
so bad.
like, rogues. It's just gonna be rogue playground in there.
Okay, we should. Yeah, we just gotta get on the thing and extract so we can play one more.
Yeah.
And these under 25s, like people are just very new.
There's no like, yeah, everyone's dying, or there people that are left are really struggling.
You guys want to do a whatever 24? I think I should have enough shit for that.
Yeah, I'll just keep this on. Just speed it up.
Damn,
Neither of you guys are Lycans. Yeah, I know. And dog shit. Yeah, water map has me confused, but I think he'll add fishing. If he says if he said in general chat that he was like wanted to, I think he will.
Oh yeah. That's when we get the most real form of SDF. Like podcast interview SDF, yeah, sometimes they'll hide some stuff, but
I think
general chat.
I think they're doing a Q&A with One Peg again Tuesday.
Oh,
I think I heard
really?
that, yeah. So they did mention like there's gonna be some more changes to faithfulness for next week. So I wonder what else they're gonna do.
I need this longsword. I need this longsword. Jesus
Oh yeah, shit.
Christ! Oh my god!
I kind of just like my brain just turned off. I just like I'm just gonna keep.
This fucking foul beast is lycan.
For some reason, I was just like, my brain was acting as if we were in like the pregame lobby and like you were learning how to repose. I was like, oh, he wants to learn. I'll just keep stabbing him. Oh my god. Yeah. At least I hit you in this. At least I didn't go for headshots. I was like, look at this. I was kind of thinking in my head, I'm like, is he gonna try to repose any of these? Like, what's he doing? Holy god. The late night. Okay. Alright, I'm at 100 gear score. Beautiful. I even got a Goblin Merchant quest done.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think he, like, someone asked One Peg, like, on stream today when he was playing with, like, Jay or someone. I don't think it was really out there yet, so kind of like, yeah, I'm doing that. Anyway. So they may not have really announced it yet, because I feel like if it was, like, official, you know, it'd be out there everywhere, broadcast to the world, so. Not sure. Kind of weird. Anyway, I'll try not to stab you a bunch in the game. I'll wait till we get in the pregame lobby, though, and do that.
That'd be good.
Honestly, I was, like, daydreaming, like, a different world. I think I was, like, daydreaming about fishing or something. And just, like, I could see my character doing, like, the stabbing emote, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep clicking this and see if you repost any. And I look, and you start freaking out, you're at, like, 5 HP. Oof.
I just hope it's not like the Alchemist. Like, if they give the Alchemist treatment, or Alchemy, then I won't be as excited.
Oh, yeah.
It just,
Okay,
like,
how
doesn't make
dogshit
anything
is it?
useful.
This is another one of my fighter gripes. How bad is it that we can't actually find magic protection pots in game.
Oh yeah.
Are we doing a frost? We can if you want to send it.
I forgot one.
I forgot one. Yeah.
Okay.
It's less than a minute.
I just find it weird we can't get protection pots for magic resistance yet.
Yeah.
We can craft
weird,
them, but it's like they're expensive or whatever, I think, and can't find them in raid. They're not like there might be a quest reward on like for one of the quests. I always find it strange. I have a ton of like prod pots, but I don't have any like magic ones. Weird.
They just gotta fix the crafting requirements.
Hmm.
Like, it's so weird that it takes a potion of the lesser grade to craft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at these guys rocking capes and
Wait,
shit.
do you guys need a pair of like fizz power boots? I brought them in by mistake. Oh Jesus.
Oh, actually, yeah, if you got extras. I got stock
Yeah, I
boots.
do. I brought all my boots in. Brought them all in.
Wait, you brought all your boots and you're still
No.
what? No, you're definitely over 120.
No, I'm at 100. Yeah, I got a
Oh,
blue,
really?
all I really have is a
Oh.
blue survival bow and blue pair of boots. And then
Oh,
these are my extra pair. My extras. Yeah, next week they might, like usually when they do one peg interviews, they have like stuff they want to share, right? Like they're oh, here's a couple screenshots of stuff we're working on.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
I
something
don't
like
think
that.
it's
A big
arena
drop.
though. I don't think it's arena because they said like a couple weeks ago that they weren't even that close with arena. They like slipped up. So
It's like new runes. Here's boots.
Well, thank you, sir.
Maybe it's new runes.
could be.
I think that'd be weird though with rotation and like all the queues.
Yeah, it would be.
Like,
weird.
I don't know if
where
we need
where
it
it fits.
on the map. Hold the old bat, did you? I have no idea where arena goes. Maybe they're gonna give us the top layer of the Frost Mountain.
Oh, Frost Village? That'd be actually kind of sick, too.
Holy shit, that'd be.
I guess they need to give us a reason to go to, like, that map first.
Yeah. We need some reason to go there. Where are these guys? They had capes on. When you play Bard, Ryan, do you dually just like pump up buffs the whole time and like let everyone kill stuff?
Oh, usually I just do the debuff, unless we're, like, about to enter in.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot. I haven't been using Shriek at all.
The only time I do, like, the Celerando or Allegro is, like, for, like, right on the door, about to, like, bust through.
Okay. Interesting. Hope you need any help me explaining that complicated class?
No, I feel like I'm getting stupider, but
God. Oh, I've lost
I'm
brain cells.
losing all my mechanics. You know, it's just
Yeah. Developing a whole bunch of bad habits.
I instinctively picked up your arrows. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Wait, who opened that? Oh. I got a shriek. Shriek more. Right. It's so hard to look around the map and like scout out for stuff when you're playing Bard. Like I'm doing too many things here. There's gotta be a team in this room soon, obviously, right? Hope it's Cleric nerfs. Like, oh yeah, here's a screenshot of our Cleric nerfs. We promise we're doing something this week.
Well, if they just buff Cleric, like the announcement on the big
I
screen is
honestly-
like,
I think like the environment's gone a little sour with this patch already, and that would just make it like explode, right?
oh, definitely.
I don't know. Just gonna spam my drums. He's gonna lose all 1v3s tomorrow because he played fighter once. He's de-skilled. Like he's lost all his momentum.
Wait, so when was the last time you played fighter? Because you played fighter a little last wipe, right?
He did Slayer for a bit, yeah.
It's been a bit.
I remember we did trios, like, it might have even been podcast. What have been podcast?
Yeah, Slayer is like very easy to play. ridiculously easy. But...
It's just like stat checking with insane headshot damage and weapon damage.
Yeah, and the thing I liked about him so much was like Falchion is like such an easy weapon to use. It's insane. Like it is insane how easy it is compared to some of the other weapons. Especially in solo, you don't have to worry about hitting teammates and stuff.
Okay, where is everybody?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why is everybody not coming to the center?
There's been no one dead. Not a single person dead.
Gotta be boss, right? Oh, wait, there we go.
People are fighting.
We started in like.
We'll go check troll, or we'll check
east side.
We can't.
Cave troll should be
we can check it. Yeah.
We can hear from up here if it's going. So. Oh. No
some stuff has moved around. Yeah.
I don't hear anything, but everything's open over here. Did we spawn over here?
No.
Spawn a little more north. Yeah, no one's in troll.
Alright, there's a door open over here. Oh. Crazy, I'm playing the drummer boy and no one can find me. Alright.
They gotta be like Cyclops in, right?
Maybe. I'm confused as hell. Please. Oh, shit. You got my back.
Okay.
They buff Cleric's faithfulness.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh,
what's up?
Okay. I guess I just DC'd that entire time, I guess.
Oh, what the? Oh, wait, was it your Discord that like DC'd itself?
Yeah, I guess.
Dude, that's
mine
so
freezes every time I open it.
Okay.
Freezes so much.
Nah, I think it's my internet. Okay. Everything was just running into a wall for a second. Holy shit.
You're getting Elon. It was so bad earlier. Like, it happened like 2 or 3 times at the start of the podcast. Like, just hard. Like, you guys said, oh, I think I heard some of that question. It's like, fuck. And then it's kind of smoothed out since. Weird. I'm glad I reset, though. It was really bad. Like, it was atrocious. Everyone's in agreement. Discord's been kind of a scuff lately. It's weird.
Yeah.
I haven't got
where are you? I don't see your names now.
We're way, like, we're over, like...
Oh, I just hit you.
Honestly, like I noticed no difference between Soapy and Ryan on Ranger. Nothing has changed. I just got a headshot. I did side strafe right into it.
Oh, and Cave Altar, this room has been cleared. Maybe Cyclops then. This is such a weird match. Such a quiet match.
Like, we're in 125 and under. I feel like the reason to go in these lobbies is just to fight everybody. Especially in trios, you know? Like, I'm not having fun if I'm not smashing into everybody in the lobby in 125s. Cyclops, maybe?
Oh, Cyclops is still up. Yeah, actually, I have no idea where everyone is.
Fuck, bro.
Everyone's like on each other's paths. Everyone's just following each other.
They have to be in mining room. They have to.
Okay,
oh, they got it. Yeah.
That's it. We found them. Oh yeah, this is a spawn over here usually. My buff. Where are my boys? Where are my boys? Where are the guys? It was so funny yesterday when we were doing trios and I was streaming it, and like, there's like 3 or 4 occasions where Soapy would take a lift and I'd be like staring at him. And he'd be just like, off the lift. And chat's like, Soapy, wait. Like, wait for Wilson, Soapy. It's so funny.
Well,
just zooming around.
Sometimes, you know.
I get it.
Oh, there we go. Far side.
Oh yeah. Lay into him. Wait, it's just one guy?
Oh, we need this copper. No, there's gotta be 3 here.
Oh, so he did not react at all. Oh, I didn't even hit them.
Rat
mode.
Oh yeah, his whole team's here. Oh,
that's a barbarian. Careful with that. Oh, there you go. You got him.
Can't even tell if my shots are landing. They're coming out like a second after I shoot him. Dude, it's a war in there, brother.
No, he has to be. I buried him and everything. He has to be so weak.
Who's weak? Which one?
I'm in the bar.
The
Barb
barb.
is
I
lit.
like lit the barb up, but maybe he's
Alright.
just getting too much healing.
Hey, die, Barb. Shit. Oh,
I think this dude is
I'm getting faithless.
dude's dead.
Yeah, it's over.
Wait, but
It's over.
Wilson, run away. Just run away.
I,
Just run away from the cleric, and he
the
can't.
second I noticed it was too late. Oh man, the slow is so crazy. It locks you in so much. I was focused on the barb completely, so I kind of scuffed it.
I parried the barbarian. My job was complete.
You did well, yeah. There's all three of them were smacking you. You guys should run triple cleric. That'd be disgusting.
triple Cleric.
Judgment and smite.
Oh,
Faithfulness.
the 1v3 run. Let's see.
Oh, I
it,
missed
baby.
everything.
I
You
believe
just
in
put one trap down, they all die. I promise. That's how it works.
you. Yeah, the
Give it a
stupid
go.
bunny
Give it a
hopping.
go. Give it a go. Go.
Bunny
go for
hopping
the trap down.
360.
Doing right here.
Game breaking bullshit. I might actually get to pull this off, which is weird. Like, why are they letting me
Oh,
put
they're
a
right
trap
here.
down? Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, faithfulness smite.
Oh,
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 no
yeah.
way.
Oh, they blocked it.
You got him. Shoot this bitch.
wait, is cleric leaving?
His druid is like, his druid's
Or
like
druid? Yeah,
giving up.
druid just
Yeah.
left. Oh, there, no, he's fine.
Every time this druid arrives, he's in Dreamwalk. He just runs away after Dreamwalk. So funny.
Oh,
you
yeah,
took him.
he's so weak. You got this. 12
Give him
arrows.
a purple. Give him a
You
purple
got a
recurve.
purple recurve?
Jesus.
Wait,
I
you
got
got
the drip,
purple
brother. I got the drip.
What the?
Holy. One goes Divine Protection Smite, one goes Judgment Smite, one goes Smite Spells. That'd be nuts. You honestly have, like, insane healing. An insane front line with Divine Protection Smites. And then, like, poke with Judgment. Oh my god. Oh. For some reason I thought you killed one of these guys. There you go.
Oh, dude, I just shot through that ghost.
Another trap? I think you can.
Those Groots are so bad when you're on limited arrows, man.
Dude,
Oh.
yeah, 3 shots each, it just absorb them all.
What
Guys are
quest line for
sitting down
Grimmy?
an opportunity
I
like
have no idea.
lazy bastards.
Oh.
Dreamwalk is so stupid. I can't.
Oh, I'm
no.
stuck.
Oh no.
I'm floating, I'm floating.
Oh no. They killed
Oh.
Worm Boy.
Worm
Let's
boy
see.
dead, dude.
Look at
Oh, they
them.
weren't
Say-
even low.
Oh,
It's a
Full
little
HP.
interesting whenever they what's
Oh.
its nuts? Like they saw how annoying Phantomize was. They're like, yeah, let's make it so the guy doesn't even have to hit the button. You know what I mean?
I see you, Pookie.
All right.
I see. I think that's it,
play the last
boys.
one. Yeah.
Oh. That was
That's
good.
good.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I will see. Soapy's gonna be live all weekend, which is crazy.
Dude, the weekend
Yeah.
soapy stream.
Yeah, we'll see
Yeah.
how it goes. I never stream on the weekend, so I don't know if the regular boys are gonna be there or not. We'll have to see, but
That'll be good.
well, we shall see. We shall see.
Alrighty. Holy frig.
Yeah, that was a long one.
It seemed like it, but lots of good conversations.
Are you still gaming, Wilson?
No, I'm taking
You
off. I
repping?
get my wife's away for 2 days, so like this is my last little bit of freedom.
Hey.
The last little bit of freedom. Yep. It's all crashing down on me now. So I'll be busy this weekend.
Oh.
But... Huh.
All right, I'm going the fuck to bed, boys.
Alright, see you. Good luck, Ryan.
GG.
Alright, gamer. GG's, GN.
Alright, boys. Everyone on YouTube, thank you for stopping in. That was like I'm so tired. Today was a super long day. I didn't get my nap. Today. Came to see some fighter. Yeah, unfortunately, we're taking off, Pookie. Unfortunately. It was fun. The podcast was good. I had a good time. We had a lot of good conversations. I feel like today's patch was a little frustrating. Honestly, if you're a fighter player, it's a little frustrating. Oh god, I'm gone. There you go. I've returned. It's a little frustrating, the whole patch situation with like Dark and Dark right now. I know they're like they understand it's super strong and it's like we're gonna fix it next week. It just felt really weird to see like the 15 to 10% and be like, oh. Ah, I see. Also nice to see you, Kilgore. Thanks for the raid again, man. Everyone, I think I have to go follow Kilgore. Jesus, I was watching some of your stream today. I wasn't followed. Actually, I was watching some of your VODs. That's what I was watching. I was watching you do some halberding. It was kind of cool. Yeah, we've been a long time waiting for a patch, and then we just kind of got nothing. We got squeaks on the rat, and like nothing else balance-wise. And it makes sense now. Like I always had like weird assumption that like there's more people working on balancing, but there's just not. Full screen Willy, that's right. Yep, you better enjoy it. That's embarrassing. No, I was watching a bit, yeah. I think you're live today. Or you said you got like a week off or something. So you might be streaming quite a bit, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I do try to check out as much as I can everyone else's content they came up with, but honestly, like I haven't been watching like any YouTube. I've been watching like a bit of Twitch through today, and then yeah, it's kind of difficult. Like if you're streaming at the same time I'm streaming, it's tough. But you always seem to be streaming a little bit before. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I feel like if you decide to make a live service PvP game, balance is priority. Yeah. I remember they were like really, really shocked with how many people were like really like upset and frustrated with balancing initially, and they realized they couldn't leave the game in the state it was for that long. That was when like Bard and all that stuff we were talking about earlier was crazy. Yeah. And that's when they started to put a little bit more focus on balancing, but even still, like, right now it feels kind of slow. Kind of slow. For the amount of players that are playing this game and like the player base and stuff, I feel like they need a couple more people working on balancing. Like it can't all go through SDF and Terrence, can it? Like every single balance change, that feels might be a little too much with all the other like design stuff going on that they should probably be involved with. I don't know how it works. It just feels like they could probably like allow some other people to like take on a few of those decisions. Seems a bit crazy. Seems a bit crazy. Like I'd prefer SDF be working on like big picture stuff, like his vision of the game. Like he obviously has got this far doing that too. But anyway. Yeah, they didn't believe it was a priority for quite a while. New progression system, you can't says no Mac, yeah. Hire us? Oh, I'd be a little upset if like if someone from like randomly from the community was just like all of a sudden in charge of like balancing. Like someone that plays like Cleric or something or like Barbarian or they're like a Bard player and then they're gonna like all of a sudden be in charge of balancing. That would feel wild to me. Honestly, it feels like with someone Odin sometimes I'm just like I prefer to be as far away from like making suggestions on the game because like I know I'm a fighter player. Like I'm biased. There's things that I see and witness and experience that are not the same as everyone else's opinions. But their dark and darker experience, but um it's almost impossible to get like a clear an unbiased opinion from like a full blown dark and darker like streamer or content creator. I don't think it's like possible. Like Soapy says it all the time. He's like, a one trick, I'm super biased. This is the class I love. So it's difficult because you have to kind of be like have your hands in everything. And that takes like someone seriously dedicated to like trying every combination, every class. Like it takes a guy hired at Iron Mace to be there like just working on shit constantly with balancing, which obviously is not their approach so far. So yeah, it's nothing. It's never ever gonna be perfect either. Like it's never gonna be perfect balance. Solos is never gonna be in a perfect environment. I don't think. I'm not expecting that. Hmm. I've anticipated every single issue that has arisen. Today's stakes are solid. Yeah. I think that'd be like a little weird though. Missed whole stream, but GG, yay for YouTube stream. Thanks Logix for the $2, man. Thank you. I wouldn't want to be a content creator with like that much influence and power over a game. I don't think. That'd be a little crazy. You have to consolidate input from people who put in a ton of hours into specific classes. One person can't do it all. Like I want the devs to make the game the way they want. Balancing, that's a little weird. Post in Jay's chat that they need someone. Yeah, it was a little strange. So maybe Wizard would be insane that week. Yeah, you kind of joked about that. He did say like, "Hey, hit me up," but I think it was a joke. It worries me already that there's a lot of input like going their way that's from like a select few people that are friends with like a select few people, you know? Like they have a troubadour chat, but there's so many troubadours in that chat, like hundreds and hundreds of hundreds. No one gives a shit. Like I'm in that troubadour chat and I'm pretty sure like most of the big boy streamers don't even know who I am. So like they might start recognize my name because I'm like doing podcasts with Soapy and stuff, and like Spud and One Peg and all those guys that stream through the day have been like observing Soapy's rise. Like they obviously know who Soapy is now, but I don't think anyone really knows there's so many content creators for Dark and Darker, and the big guys kind of like keep to themselves. So I kind of worry sometimes that it's like Troubadour chat and all that stuff. It's like with someone being part of Iron Mace now and Odin being part of Iron Mace, like how much stuff is actually getting like talked about or influenced by like a group, you know? I don't really think that it's happening, obviously, because STF and Terrence are in charge of balancing right now, but it could. Those voices will get heard way more than anyone else's. I think if an influencer did have any power like that, it would make a massive repercussion on them, so I don't think they would. Yeah. Yep. We do think Soapy sent his ass picture with his application for balancing dev today. Maybe. Probably. Yeah. I wouldn't be like mind being part of like I don't know. I'm really of the opinion that's like I just want to play the game. I don't want to feel like I have to like convince other people that something is wrong with the game or something that needs like you know what I mean? I just want to play the game and enjoy it. I think it's an amazing fun game. And the devs with all their data and information or whatever can like figure shit out. I don't want to be sitting here being like I'm cranky because fighter this, fighter that. This definitely needs change ASAP. But with Cleric, it just seems unanimous that everyone's like, Jesus Christ, this is getting a little crazy. And why is it taking so long? Hoping this was your favorite patch ever. Yeah, honestly, Cleric, lycan buffs are kind of nice. But I still can't really use lycan skin if I want to build like a decent fighter kit. I feel like lycan skin would be better on a different class. Like 35 armor rating on a Crusader helm and like all the stats and stuff I'm getting from that just is so dumb on fighter not to have. Like maybe I could play lycan ranger. At least I'm not relying on the armor rating, right? If I'm OP, yeah. Okay, so as balancing dev, I should be allowed to multi-class. If I'm OP, I have no incentive to make one class better than another. Lycan barb would be pretty cool, yeah. Anyway, I'm taking off. I gotta get to bed. With the recent J video, I feel it put everything in perspective with clerics, yeah. Spud made one of those videos with Rogue. Remember? He like was really mad at Rogue because it kept landmining him and stuff. And you know, Rogue was like getting a lot of hate for a while because it didn't. I mean, Bud was playing Ranger at the time. You could stack insane damage on Ranger as well. Like all the damage modifiers were there and existed, like +3 all that bullshit. And no one was really making videos about Ranger being busted, but because like he was getting like stream snipe probably a bit, like lobbies were a bit dead in Oceanic or whatever, and Rogue could just landmine a Ranger for like a joke. So yeah, he made that one, and it was like everyone kind of went. It was building. Like there was a few weeks where everyone was talking about rogues, and that's when his video came out. Cleric's kind of in the same path right now. A couple weeks, everyone talking about Cleric, and then like Jay makes kind of a video about it. And honestly, Jay didn't even make the video. His editor makes all those videos. So yeah, his editor probably chopped that all up and like wanted to throw a clickbait title because Jay has like I don't think Jay really messes around too much with the YouTube. He very much just leaves that shit for his editor. While he was in full Ruby Silver. Damn. Yeah, I agree, Barty. Wilson, you should make a funny meme video about a shitty meta. Yeah, my story videos are where I enjoy my time. It's not fun either. Yeah, I agree, no Mac. I think they had good intentions, like trying to make Cleric fun for like exactly what you're describing. Like they're trying to give Cleric an option. It's just the option right now is very, very strong. Like Barbarian's option is hidden Achilles Strike. Or build full Agi, right? And just get real tanky and try to close the gap. Ranger has, or Fighter has Sprint, you know? That's their gap close option. Bow, if you want to play bow style. They're trying to give Cleric something. Artoxis? Yeah. I knew it was you. Well, Cleric already has options Morningstar, and also they're obligatory and trio is true. Reduce the slower duration? Yeah, either of those could work. Why not? Oh, look, I gotta go. Fuck. Super late. I was supposed to be in bed like an hour ago. I did not think we'd be playing trios that long. Shit. Bye, everyone. Thank you all so much. Enjoy your evening. See you, Kilgore. NA Leak. Random. Nomac. Barty. That's quite a name. Famosa. Hainiosa. Anosa. I feel like I just like resurrected some mummy or demon thing or something by saying that. Peace, peace, peace. Bye, everyone. Famous, heinous. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm not saying that shit. Alright, bye. Bye.